Hey, what's up, y'all? Let's see here. Trying to get this figured out here. Got something having some problems, difficulties. There we go. Hope you're all having a blessed day. Blessed morning, wherever you're at. Might be morning, might be evening. Let me see if I can get you guys a little bit better angle here. Get you closer in. Let's try that. There we go. Might need to get a little bit closer. All right, here we go. Let's see if that works. All right, I'm actually studying for a sermon. Hey, Hudson. How you doing, buddy? So I have you on one, what do you call it? I have you on one device, just my tablet, because I'm studying for a sermon. I thought maybe you wanted to chat while I'm doing some of that. I don't know. Anyways, and so it's linked with YouTube, Rumble, and Twitch all at once right now. So they'll slowly come in. Let's see here. I need to see if I can figure something out here. I need to see if I can do one more angle. Don't know if I can do it or not. We'll see with my phone. If not, I need to figure something out because there's some stuff on my phone that I need for studying, but maybe you want to see a different angle. Canella, you're kind of in the way. They're both in here, my doggies, because they think I'm going to give them some snacks I brought. Little puppers. Let's see if my old phone's charging right now. Let's see if the light's on over there. It's plugged in, but I don't know if it's charging. Hey, Russell. What's up, 12 State Tactical? How you doing, brother? I just came across your channel the other day because you were on someone else's. I think it was on Glock Boys. And so I decided I'd subscribe since you're over there. You know, I'm over there as well as a moderator. And currently I'm a part-time member over there. I don't think my charge cord's working for my old phone. Let me be right back. The problem is Canella is right in the way. My big old doggy. I think the plug's too loose for it to work properly here. Canella, don't get in the way, please. Canella, you're right in the way. Back up. Back up. Let's see. Figure this out. Canella, move right away. Canella, move. Sorry, guys. My dog's being a nuisance right now. At least Canella is. She thinks she owns the world right now. Canella, just go out. Go out. Go out. Back up. Canella, get out of here. Just because I have snacks doesn't mean it's yours. My charge cord's not working right for my phone here. My other one. Let me try a different socket. The light's kind of flickery. Skittles is in here too, but he's not being a nuisance at least. Like the classic firearms. Thank you, I appreciate it. Canella, move out of the way. I don't know if it's charging or not. The cord was working before, but I think that outlet might have an issue. Or the charge brick. Let me try it on this other one real quick. I'm trying to set something up here that'll work for y'all. I know this one works. I haven't had this one charged in a while. It might take a little bit to fire up that. Outdoor adventure videos. Yes, I do that. Yes, I do on this channel as well as I have an outdoor channel that's called Jerome's Outdoor Adventures. Let me see if I can put that on here. Here we go. Jerome's. Let's see here. It's specifically outdoor. And it has to be typed word for word because it's a small enough channel that YouTube isn't promoting it very well. See, on Rumble, you can type on it. Adventures. There we go. There you go. What's up, Murray? There, that right there is it. They put it on twice because somehow it automatically has me linked to Twitch and Rumble at the same time. But that's my secondary channel that's specifically outdoor stuff. If you want a variety of stuff, well, then that would be my main channel, Desert Armory and More. Let's see here. Okay, that phone is finally charging. Let's see if I can figure out if I can do 2 lives at a time. Hey, Aaron, you subbed to both. Awesome, I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm on Twitch. I'm on Twitch. I monetized. Rumble, I'm not yet. I'm not sure what you need to do for that. I have like 35 followers on Twitch, not very many. Slowly getting my subscribers up more and more on my main channel, which is this one, Desert Armory and More. It's just they're super slow at subscribers right now, and they're not really calculating right. Let's see here. So we are going to try something real quick. Oh, we got the wrong direction. We have the live. We're going to see if we can do it live from a different angle. I think we can. Let's see here. I think we can. That one was so dead, that other phone, that it's taking forever to respond to a charge. Hey, Eastern. Hey, what's up, Eastern? Where's he at? Where's he at? Oh, he's way up on top. 7 people in the chat. See, it has a higher calculation rate because this is over 3 platforms. Let's see. Advanced settings. They changed some of the stuff on YouTube, how you set it up. So you got to like take almost longer to set it up. Let's see here. Are you studying to be a preacher? I actually am having the sermon tomorrow at our home church that I go to. So I am seeing here. It looks like I can do a live on this side too, guys. I can have a live on those 3. And it looks like it's doing one over here too. So you'll have a different angle. All right. You'll have another one from a different angle. At least for right now, for a little bit. All right. Let's see if we can get this set up. Let's take off my cover on my phone. The stand does not hold the phone if the cover's on it. Hey guys, appreciate you coming by. Welcome to Desert Armory and More. Let's see if we get anybody on a different angle here. Huh? I did not know you could link it like that. I wondered if we could. All right, let's get down to business here. So we are studying for a sermon. See if we can get to stay right there. Sure, whatever you see me writing on here from right there, you're going to have a different angle. It's going to be backwards because the phone is reversed. But a while ago, I had a devotions on this thing called the gall of bitterness. And the Bible talks about it in Acts, about this one fellow that had the gall of bitterness. And I used this oak ball as an example in the devotional for church. So I figured I would do a sermon on that and how it's linked to unforgiveness and how that it can grow and have a bad root and eventually, it turns into unforgiveness. Canella, you're just about knocking over the whole tablet and everything. Just be careful, okay? Anyways, I don't know if you've ever seen these called oak galls. Hey guys, there's one person over there. What's up, Eastern? Hey, Desert, I've been here since the beginning when I get the notifications. I've been here since the beginning when I got the notification. I just started on the tablet about 10, 12 minutes ago on my phone. I just started that one a couple minutes ago. So I have like 2 views. I don't know how this works. I suppose it has a second view the other way. It looks like you can do 2 at the same time. So that's cool. Anyways, appreciate y'all coming by. So yeah, I'm starting to study for a sermon on the gall of bitterness. I need to wait till my phone charges a little more. Oh, that might work. I think I got enough. I have to turn the hotspot on either the tablet or the phone. The phone's better hotspot, so we'll see what happens here. Turn on the hotspot on the phone. That way, when my other phone turns on, I can use that to do some research. Hey, what's going on? There's one person in there at least. Appreciate you coming by. How's it going? Desert Armory and More here. We got a little bit of studying we're doing here. There's one person over there on the other one. Tactical says the second view is on the short speed. Okay, and the other one is long format? Gotcha. That was probably you then. Perfect. That's fine. Yeah, I wasn't sure how it ends up doing it. I've never done two at the same time. Not a preacher, I'm a sinner. Hey, what's up, waiters? And I'm proud to be an American. Is that how you say it? That's what he usually puts. All right, guys, we are doing some. Well, I need to get a new screen protector for my other phone. We are doing some studying. Let's see. It should auto connect. Oh, auto connect's turned off. All right, I'm probably going to get piles of notifications. And we need to bring up. Let's see here. Did you all see my video I just posted? I just posted one a little bit ago. It was about the. Okay, it says it's connected without internet. Why? Why, mate? Why you not? All right, let's turn that back on. Yeah, it was about a shotgun I was working on, anyways. Yep, there it is, waiters. There it is. Let's see if I can connect now. It was connecting, but without internet. This phone does that sometimes. I think it's because it needs an update. If so, that's going to be a little bit of a problem. Checking quality. Anyways, because I had some screenshots. Yeah, see, it's not working. Buggers. I had some screenshots on the phone that's doing a live on the short feeds right now, and I was hoping to use this. So we might have to shut that one off. Of a sermon layout that I was going to get some ideas from that I already did some research earlier this afternoon on. We got our milk, Russell, and our cheese. Getting snowed in right now, blizzard outside. Yeah, I heard some people are getting that. Skittles. Hi. You Skittles. Yeah, can I have some cheese? Would you like some wine with that? Some Skittles. Anyways, how was your guys' day so far? We're having problems with this thing connecting. Skittles, stop it. Let's see if we can fix this, guys. We got a problem with the internet's not hooking up properly. Auto connect, connected without internet. I don't know why it does that. Shut it off and turn it back on. Anyways, there was like 5 or 6 references that I'm going to be drawing from about bitterness and how it's like a root of unforgiveness. At least that's how it's kind of all tied together. Let's see if I can find that here. Since my phone's not working right, the connection at least. It keeps saying connected without internet. I have no idea why. This phone's been doing that. I don't know why. I mean, it says it has network speed, but how does it have network speed when it's not connected? That is very weird. Canella, no. That is weird. Thinking it needs an update, so I'd have to connect to Wi-Fi to something else versus my phone, or maybe it's been reset, the password, and that's why it doesn't connect properly. Go to settings, forget, bye-bye. And then let's sign back. I don't know if that's the right password, though. To find it out, I have to shut the other one off. Yep, incorrect. Incorrect, my friends. And it only shows 3 people in here. One on Rumble, one on YouTube, and one on Twitch. That's strange. Slow poke. Well, That's not working. I have to. I don't really want to stop the short feed one. I'd have to stop this one and shut off. Because if you don't do it short feed, it's not going to come up on the short feeds. That makes sense. Seeds. Good stuff. All right. If I can find what I was looking for here. Bitterness. Bitterness. Hey, Dusty. How's it going? What's up? How's your day been? Canella, get out of the way. No, you're going to knock something over. How are you doing, my friend? Dusty boy, how are you? Uh, why is it not coming? Why am I not finding what I need? Why not? There we go. Acts 8:23. Acts 8:23. See if that's what I was looking for. I already had a lot of this stuff written down, but it's on my phone. It's on my phone, mate. There we go. Acts 8:23. What'd y'all do today? It's been raining almost all day today here in southern Arizona. Hey, Dusty. You guys are probably in the big feed then. It says I have 3 on YouTube watching, 1 on Twitch, 1 on Rumble, which I think those are myself. I think it counts yourself as that. Let's see here. Put a little questionnaire because the other is still not working. The polls on YouTube. Let's look at that word 1386. Number 1386 for gall. There's a nice sticker. I got that from a friend. It says Yosemite on it, California. Forget who it was and where I got it. Let's see. I just lost my page. I lost my page in my Bible. Help me out, folks. Please, oh please. It was Acts chapter 8. Yes, sir. Verse 23, but then it was number 1386. 1386. Yeah, how's your guys' day going? If you're saying stuff in the messaging, unfortunately, I don't see it on the long, big more format. On the shorts, there was 1 or 2 people in here right now. Dusty's was in here. 1320. What was it? 1326? No. What did I say, folks? Now I lost the number again. Got to go back to where it was in Acts and then find it on the side notes, what I'm grabbing my info from. 1386. There we go. It's farther than I thought. 1380. 1386. It was a type of poison. A gall was a type of poison. Poison. Anything bitter. What do you want, Camilla? Your cheese sticks? You want my chips too, huh? Crunch, crunch, crunch. There's a few references. I'm going to have to write them down and then look them up later. I did some grocery shopping that I've been avoiding doing and found a few bargains. I went grocery shopping too this afternoon. Our Safeway had some sales better than our other grocery store that's called Fry's. It's the same as Kroger. You guys have Kroger probably back east or central. They carry Kroger products. It's owned by the same company. Just like Safeway and Vons are the same. What's up, Tactical? Appreciate you, ma'am. Skittles, those are my chips. Thanks for those donations. Thank you. He's over there, Tactical, 12th Street Tactical's over there donating some stuff. Psalm 69, we'll go right to Job one first. 2014. Psalm 69, 21. Lamentations 3:19. Amos. Don't use that one much. That's an old, like an Amish name. Amos 12. Matthew 27:34. And the Acts that we're on here. Acts 8:23. Well, thank you for those 12 jewels, buddy. Appreciate it. 12th State Tactical. So are you from the state that was the 12th? That came around at the 12th? Like, I think Arizona's like the 43rd or something like that, or 45th state? Where you're from is from the 12th state? All right, let's look up some of these references and see if they actually will coincide with what I would like to touch on. Let's go to Deuteronomy's fast. Deuteronomy. Hey, what's up, Dallas? We're studying God's Word, my friend. I'm studying for a sermon tomorrow and thought I would just kind of, I don't know, chillax with you guys a little bit. It's about the gall of bitterness and unforgiveness. Get any colder over there? You look cold on your porch there, bro. It's like, in your collab you're doing, he was inside, but you were outside chilling on that porch. 29:12, 29:18. See, lest there should be among you men, women, or family, tribe, whose heart turneth away this day from the Lord God, going to the gods of nations. Lest there should be among you a root that beareth gall and wormwood. There we go. This one has a different number. Number 4452. Gall. It doesn't have one for wormwood, though. First definition. 4452. Can you get in the way again? What are you doing? No, that's my cheese. Don't you steal it. That's my cheese, not ours. She keeps eyeing it. She's like, I know it's yours, but I really want it. I really want it. Let's see, 4452. I think it's where those definitions of words are. Yep. Gall. It's a venom or a poison, anything bitter, literally or figuratively. Or venom. See, the idea of bitterness in someone's heart is like this, kind of like it says it's a poison or like a venom, where it kind of, if you don't take care of bitterness, it kind of can control your whole life. From there, it just kind of like spreads. Like if you put a bad apple in amongst good apples, that's kind of the same idea as bitterness. It'll eventually overtake the rest of the apples, just like if you don't remove bitterness out of your life, it'll rule the rest of your life. I mean, it'll make you have a bad day, bad attitude. Yeah, it'll just turn you inside out, right, folks? And then you're a grouch and nobody wants to be around you. All right, let me see if my phone is open here. Turn on my Bible app here. If it'll open, I don't know. We'll see. There we go. All right, I need to look for, I don't know if this one has it, a way where I can look up the meaning of words like my other one can. I know my other one can just because, yeah, see, unless you have internet, it won't because the way that this app is set up. Boy, I'm running into walls left and right here, folks. Okay, now. All right, let's look up this one is, let me go back to that reference in Deuteronomy 29:18. Whoops, sorry, Skittles. Did I scare you, buddy? Did I scare you? Oh, you giving kisses. What's up, Robert? Skittles, that's my chips, and that's my cheese. How you doing, buddy? Stop begging. This ain't begging town. This is study town. We're doing pretty good. I went grocery shopping this afternoon, morning. It was kind of raining all day. And then right now I am studying for a sermon tomorrow about bitterness. 29:18. Deuteronomy. Skittles, don't be naughty. Don't beg. I'm just kind of doing a rough draft right now, but because I already have some stuff written out somewhere, but it's on this phone, and I want to print it out and then add stuff to it. So hopefully this will add some of it to it, as well as my thoughts on some other studying I already did. That's on this phone that we're using for the shorts. I also have the tablet over there running on Rumble, YouTube vertical, and Twitch over there. Anywho. Wormwood. Yeah, we're studying on this thing called the gall of bitterness and how that, if you have bitterness in your life, it'll pretty much control without taking it away. It'll control your attitude about people, if you're going to forgive people or not and let go, if you're going to allow God to work in your life. I mean, in life, even if you're not a Christian and you have bitterness in your heart, it just ruins you. How you got to going. How you got to going. Skittles, stop. What do you mean about that? That's a little, I'm not sure what you're meaning. How you got going. I'm not sure what you mean. Skittles, back up. All right, and then the Job one. Look at the Job one here. Job. It looks like Job, but it's Job. Good old Job. Two streams. How do I have two streams going? I have two devices, and I wasn't sure if I was able to do that or not. So this one's running vertical, and my tablet's running horizontal, which you can do that on one device somehow. But I'm running Twitch, Rumble, and horizontal YouTube off of Rumble. And then my phone here is directly off of YouTube app, which is a vertical in the shorts feed. Anyways, I was wondering if I can do both at the same time, and sure enough, you can on different devices at the same time. All right, Job 20, verse 14. Call of asp, for that would be the poison of asps. A type of snake, Psalm 69:21. I think that one I already have on here, so that's not really one relevant, I don't think. All right, and the other one's Psalm 69:21. 69:21. For meat and my thirst. Oh, that's a prophecy of Christ suffering on the cross. That's the actual gall, as in like the actual poison part of it. Let's see here. And the other one is Amos 6:12. I'm not in Amos that often. It's in the Old Testament, I know that. Joe, Amos, Obadiah. And after Obadiah is Jonah? Forget. Amos 6:12. First run upon rocks for one plow, auction free of turn, judgment into gall. Righteous. Yeah, it's probably a different one there. Matthew 27:37. Let's find that one. 27:37. 27:34. That was the same thing. Vinegar to drink mingled with gall. So yeah, that's not the ones I'm looking for. I only found one, or no, two that are relevant, I believe, for what I want to study on for actually what the gall of bitterness and unforgiveness. But all my study things are on this short form over here on the phone. And since I couldn't hook up my other phone to do studying off of, got my two little beggars in here. All on the floor over here, and Skittles on the floor over there. Whoops. Sorry, guys. All right, sorry about that. I'm not sure what happened. Man, I wish I had. Let's see if I can find that. I'm looking for the Old Testament one. New Testament. Sorry about how your heavenly Father won't forgive you if you don't forgive others their trespasses. I wrote it down in my phone, but that one's being used. But if you forgive not men the trespasses, neither will your Father. There we go. Matthew 6:15. Not forgiving others. What's up, Rowan? Old car parts? Oh, for weird things you collect. There you go. I forgot I had that on there. How you doing, buddy? Roman, what's going on? We know that the Son of Man hath power to earth, but the Son of all since begins man plus me. Mm-hmm. Father in heaven, if you trespasses. That one's Mark 11:25 and 26. You doing nothing? Okay. Nothing. What'd you do today so far? I went grocery shopping. What else we do? I went to grocery shopping and I had lunch. Where did I eat lunch? Jack in the Box. I got a burrito from Jack in the Box. And I didn't have any lunch. That was more like a brunch. Because I had that at like 10:15 maybe. Build Legos and text my dad. Awesome. I love building Legos, especially my nephews and nieces with them. And yes, I'm 35, but I still like Legos. I don't mess with them that often, but like I have some up on a shelf up there. The crane, the big old crane, and I have remote control. I have the Taj Mahal. I have a scooter, a Vespa scooter. Yep. You getting any cold weather over there, Roman? We've been getting drizzly rain today and yesterday. The Legos have 2K plus pieces. The Taj Mahal, someone gave me that one. That one has, where's the piece count on that? Stay there, Canelo. You don't need to get up. Stay there. You don't need to get up. The Taj Mahal has 2022. I don't remember what the Vespa has. And the Technique Mark II crane had, Canelo, you just snuck one of my cheeses, naughty girl. Little nincompoop. She just stole my cheese. You guys probably caught it on camera. You're like, wait. She's eating your cheese. Did you eat one of my cheeses? Yesterday it was -2. Ouch. Yeah, did she sneak one? She had to have. She was chewing on something. Little weasel. She's got my dog. I ain't a weasel. No, you can't have one. Now you're saying please, putting your paw up and waving it. Before you didn't, you just like, sample. Yeah, she did. Hey, what's up, Jacob? Dog stealing cheese. I know. Ladrona. Esta perro es una ladrona. Esta malo perro. ¿Qué pasó? 22, dude. Is that the actual temperature, or is that like the wind chill? And if that's the actual temperature, where in the world do you live? I'm glad I'm in southern Arizona. With the wind chill was -55. Dude, man, that's cold. I think the coldest wind chill I've probably been in was 22. But it's going to be -20, no wind. Ooh. It would have been when it was like -5 or 6 in Wisconsin back in 2000. Year 2000, I was over there. I would have been 9. Because it was 99 2000 during the century change. What was it? Oh, root. Vanilla, no, you already snuck something. Origin or source. Central core. Let's see here. School's supposed to be closed when it's under 10 degrees, but I walked in -2. Oh, she's greedy. Yeah, she is. See, like Skittles is like literally beside the phone here, and he hasn't been much at all of a problem. Let's see, we got somebody over here. What's up, Alan? Did some grocery. Okay, yep. Is there a big storm hitting over there? Just rain. Just rain, Alan. Appreciate you coming by. We had rain almost all day yesterday, and today pretty much all day drizzly. Let's see what we got here. We got all the way up to 9 degrees today. All the way up to 9 degrees. That's what Eastern says over there on the other YouTube I got going. No wind, but it felt fairly nice in the sun. Well, at least you had the sun out. Last 2 days we've been dreary and drizzly. Dreary and dwizzly. Dwizzle dwizzle. 2734. Yeah, that's not the one I was looking for. X823. Did you steal my pen? My dog about to, huh? Just kidding. No, a while ago I bought a pack of these pens on clearance a couple years ago, probably a year or two ago. Yeah, it'd be about 2 years ago when the back to school, after they were all done, back to school, they have extra pens, and so I bought a pack on the clearance rack for my own business to write stuff. That's like the only one I can find after 2 years. No, no, you stole one. Skittles can have one because he didn't steal it. You had one already. All right, let me see. See if I can find what I'm looking for. All right, close that up. We'll go ahead and look in my coordinates here on my phone. Hey, what's up, Caleb? Skittles. Yeah, he's down here. Here, I'll move the phone to him. Oh, that's as far as it goes that way. See if you can grab him here. There he is. There's his ears. It's in the comments right now. Your thoughts on Howie 1500 22250 with a 624 scope? I've never shot a Howe firearm, but I know they're pretty good. Let's get you guys turned over. Hey, Canella, what's up? I've never shot one, and I've also never shot a 22-250. I hear they're nice. They're a nice round for deer and piggies, and I'm not sure what else. Dreary and gray was last week here. Yep, Eastern. Yep. Yeah, always lose them before they run out of ink. I know, right? Let's see, we got an email over here. Should I restore these car parts? I don't know. Weird things you collect. I used to collect stamps. I don't know if that would be weird though, because a lot of people collect those as well as coins. I still do collect some coins. And then of course I collect guns, but to me that's not weird. But yeah, guys, I have a questionnaire over here on YouTube asking weird things you collect. So if you're on YouTube on the vertical feed, or sorry, the horizontal feed, if you want to answer that question, you can. But someone put he was Roman, he put car parts. I think that was him. Where's it at? Where'd that go? It's gone. Or I'm missing it. I thought it was on there. Someone had it on there. It disappeared. Unless I'm not seeing it. Old car parts. Yeah, it was Roman. If you're not careful, she's going to take another piece of your snack. I know, right? Eastern's bright. Right, Canella? Ladrona. Hmm. When I was about 10 years old, 5 plus 5 equals 10. Now you know. I started collecting old tools. And so I have one of the first tools I've ever got was like a Stanley Yankee pump drill, not the screwdriver type, but with the like a bit, all metal. I think I have 3 or 4 of them now, as well as an old brace drill. Now I didn't have any bits for it for a long time. Phil just wants some love and not food. I don't know. He's just chilling on the floor being a good boy. He's not so beggy. I mean, he can be, though. I'll be on my bed and he'll be right in my face trying to lick the stuff off my face. On Skittles. So now I have like, let's see. I probably have about 15 brace drills, maybe 13, somewhere around there. I haven't counted in a while. The last one I got was probably a year ago. I got a swap meet here. I think that's the last one I got. And then I have all sorts of planes, like wood planes. And here, you can look that up, Noah. Wood planes, ones that are like actual wood framed, as well as ones that are, for trimming wood. There's an old double barrel shotgun at shop. It says needs work, won't fire. Looking like it from the 20s. What, 99 cheeseburgers. It's probably a sheared firing pin. Does it have the doggy ears or no? If it doesn't have the doggy ears, that probably is, from the 20s. Now, I have an 1898 that does not have doggy ears. It was one of the first ones that America made without doggy ears. It's a, which I haven't fired it yet. It's a North American Firearms or something like that. Skittles, he bumped the phone there. It's a North American Firearms. Or American Arms, something like that. No, open firing pins on outside. It's housed. Yeah, it's probably a sheared firing pin. Or the mechanism that cycles. Is it a 2 trigger or a 1? If it's a 2, it'll be easier to fix than a 1. What? But honestly, I would say that's pretty good if it's a decent brand. What about getting it just to have 2 12 barrel? Yep. Forgot to open my door to walk out my room. Oops. Cartoon style. But yeah, do you know what brand it was? Okay, now I know. If it was an Ithaca, go there now and get it. Or some other name brand. It wouldn't be that cheap if it was. Hey, love. Yes, this is a Bible. I'm actually studying a little bit off and on while I'm chatting with you for a sermon tomorrow. So, yeah. It's about the gall of bitterness and unforgiveness, and how that, just like these galls, these oak galls, how that they're just full of rottenness, not worth much, and can stunt the growth of the tree. So it is when we have bitterness and unforgiveness in our lives, that it's like a growth in our lives that can ruin other people's lives, our own life. It kind of ends up just controlling our whole aspect of life. You don't remember? That's not good, my friend. That's a key. Although I bought an 8 Sterlings that were missing the rabbit ears for 100 cheeseburgers. Or 110. I think he had 130 on it, and I bought it for 110. And it fires no problem after I put the right rabbit ears on it. Took a while to find them. It fires no problem. Works pretty good. I forgive except for my siblings. Uh-oh. It is hard to forgive our siblings sometimes. They're our flesh and blood, and we're around them all the time. They irritate us like crazy. But there's scripture that talks about unforgiveness and what it can produce. Here in Matthew chapter 6, verse 15, it says, "But if you forgive not men their trespasses, neither will your Father forgive your trespasses." What's up, Uck? UGCBNC. Hello, how are you doing? So it's kind of a two-way street. If you don't forgive, God can't forgive you. Collect firearms, old smithing hammers, old coins, and old video game systems. Oh, there you go, Eastern. I knew you did the coins and firearms. I didn't know about the hammers and video game systems. So you probably have like the old styles when they first came out, huh? Remember kids. Not sure. What's the context? Was it a channel? Was it your name? Your channel's name? Or is it like a cartoon or something? Alrighty. Let's see here. We got somebody over here. Oh, and I forgot old cartridges. Yeah, who was it that had those cartridges that were worth a lot of money? Yeah, it was my name. I used to watch your streams a lot. Do you remember? Unfortunately, I do not remember. It probably was a long time ago when I used to get a lot of people in here, but YouTube shadow banned me as well as they have an AI system running the algorithms, and that has ruined it even more. You have a modern firearm or other collector items? I have a lot of modern firearms. Um, I've got a lot of 9 mils. I have an MP5 of an AR, an AK, 30-30s. Well, that's a lever action, but it's a modern one. 380s, revolvers. I got a lot of revolvers. Let's hear when he's doing that shot giveaway and the stickers. I have not been able to do the stickers, the hats, or the t-shirts yet because I haven't hit 8,000 yet. They keep taking away my subscriptions. What's up, Focus? Creator, hello, buddy. I have given away the earmuffs, and I need to send off the range bag because the one guy originally wanted it keeps not responding, so I need to send it off to the original person that had it. I'm gonna go restore these parts. Bye, and have a good night. See ya, Roman. Thanks for the party hat. Appreciate it. Anyways, here we go. I need to go get a big old book real quick. Thanks, creator. Appreciate it. And of course, I forgot to change this to all messages instead of chat, which there's a way you can fix that. I'm just not sure how to do it. Somebody sent something earlier about how to do it. But... All right, we're going to pin that one. Thanks, creator. We'll go ahead and pin that one. All right, I need to grab something real quick. I think I have it in my room. I'll be right back. You guys can salivate over those. Well, I didn't find the book I was looking for. I was looking for the concordance, which I have obviously on the phone right here that's doing a live. But let's see here. Just 260 way. Y'all get there. Yeah, that's what we said a long time ago. Did you ever find the firing pin for the 10 gauge? Yes, I have a screenshot of the website. I just haven't bought it yet. I found one on eBay, but the thing is theirs is broken too. What's up, Manuel? Samuel! How you doing, buddy? Appreciate you coming by. See if I can find what I'm looking for here. This is out of Acts. Acts 8:23. I think this is just the New Testament. Mm-hmm. 5:5:21. Not sure how these work. I have to go. Here's a like. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for the like. 5:5:21. Oh, someone's saying something on the other one. What we got? A Magnavox Odyssey 2 is the oldest game system I have. I didn't know Magnavox did a gaming system, a console, a gaming console, not console. Just like the center thing in your vehicle is called a console, not a council. Some people call it council. It's not a council. They're pronouncing it wrong. 5:5:21. 5:5. What I'm looking for, I don't know if it's in this book. 5:5:21. Collet? Yeah, I'm looking for something different than this. Hey, Tommy, how's it going? Appreciate you coming by. How's your day going? Evening, night, whatever you're at. Seed body, seed plant body, RNA. You're doing good, awesome. Are you in the States and being affected by some of those big storms that are coming through? We've been having drizzly yesterday and the day before. Thankfully, Thursday I pushed through my job and got it done. It was a deck I was working on. What scriptures you're looking for? Well, right now I'm actually looking for a which I don't think I can do it with these both doing lives. And my old phone that I'm using for studying on, for some reason, having a problem hooking up to the Wi-Fi. Anyways, I am trying to find, and I thought my concordance was here, but I'm not sure where it is. Some meanings of some words, which I'd be able to do on that phone because I have a better Bible program on that one called eSword. I have the verse. I'm just trying to find the meaning what they say a certain word means from Acts 8:23. So I'm studying about the bitterness, the root of bitterness, and what it can do to a person's life. Let's see here. I have one of almost every console made. Wow, that's cool, Eastern. Romans 3:14. 3:14. Whose mouth is full of cursing and bitterness. Ephesians 4:31. Let's see here. Ephesians 4:31. There's 12:15 is another one. 12:15. Looking diligently lest any man fail the grace, lest any root of bitterness. That's the one I'm looking for. Hebrews 12:15. I'm looking for what that root means. I got the definition obviously from for Webster's, but I'm looking for a Strong's, which I have on that phone there, but I'm doing a live on it. So Hebrews 12:15. Root of bitterness. All right. See if it has anything on the side notes here for that one. It's hard to see because I wrote some notes on the side of my Bible here and it's bleeding through the other side. Hard to see, mate. There's another one for bitterness. James 3:14. 3:14. Bitter envyings. James 3. Bitter envyings. Let's see what we got over here. See here, spiritual state of intense bitterness implies that unresolved anger and malice act as a poison, restriction, corruption, and binding the soul, and a state of iniquity. Thanks, Eastern. Appreciate it, brother. Let's see if I can write that down real quick. Let me take a picture of it. That would work. That would work. Appreciate it, brother. Was that the Was that about the one about the root? From Hebrews 12:15, the word root of bitterness. Is that what that one is? Is that the definition of it? Recent. That's not what I'm looking for. What? It didn't take it. That's weird. ¿Qué pasó, hermano? That's weird. It didn't take it. All right. Let's see. Yeah, is that for root of bitterness? That was the definition for Hebrews 12:15. I'm guessing that's probably what it was. What's up? Greek Lexington. Lexicon? I would see. I wish I knew where I have a big old book like that thick for a concordance, but I think it's not unpacked. I usually use my tablet's concordance, which is through eSword. Let's see. If it's New Testament, it'd be Greek, right? And if it's Old Testament, it's Hebrew. I believe so. So yeah, Greek would be right. All right, zoom in here to what he had here. Spiritual state of intense bitterness implies that unresolved anger and malice acts as a poison, restricting, corrupting, and binding the soul in a state of iniquity. Yeah, it's a pretty good definition of it. Spiritual state of intense bitterness flies. And now that I don't have any more food, the dogs are gone. Strong concordance. Yeah, I have one. I think it's packed still from a year ago. I thought I took it out with all my other books, but there is, I think, one more box that says books on it. Bitterness implies that unresolved. Resolved anger. See, bitterness has to do with anger too. Yeah, unforgiveness, all sorts of stuff. The one from Acts. Oh, okay, so that's the one from Acts 8:23 probably, which is what my main. Let's see here. That's where like the gall of bitterness that they're talking about. That the what is his name? The coppersmith, I think it was, had. He said, "I perceive in you the gall of bitterness." Oh yeah, there we go. For I perceive that thou art in the gall of bitterness and the bond of iniquity. Yep. Thank you, brother. Resolve anger and malice. Act as a poison, restricting, corrupting, just like a fruit. If you've got something else inside of it, you put bad fruit and a good fruit, and that's exactly what it does. It corrupts. If there's something on a tree that's having problems, it's restricting its productivity and binding. Interesting. Binding would be the idea is like it's chaining it down. It can't grow anymore. It's restricted. Yeah, that's the same thing. I guess it does say restricting. And binding the soul in a state of equity. There we go. 3 people watching on that one, and we've got 4 over here. And I think 2 of them are me. The one on Twitch, I think's me. Rumble probably is me too. I don't know how that all works. Yeah, I don't know if Caleb, if you've ever seen these, they're oak gulls. I did a devotional one time about the same subject at a church that I used to be part of in California. And these are oak gulls that are like a type of growth or insect issue on the tree. I need to look those up and get the definition of these thingies, what they are. I used to have that all written down somewhere on a devotional, but I'm not sure where all those notes went, where I can get some of my thoughts from my devotional for the sermon. But I have a lot more thoughts on that phone that's currently being used on the live there that I will dig into after we're off our live, about an hour or so. Winter storm knocks out power. I didn't get the rest. All right, so yeah, where is that? I wonder if I could open up the one box. I might be able to get to that. I'll be back. I got to go check for something real quick. I'll be back. No, I'm not, Tony. Well, I didn't find what I was looking for, folks. Sorry about that. Trying to find that strong concordance. Is it live? Yes, it is, Rare Piece. Sorry. I was gone for a little bit there. Sorry I missed you. It is live. Appreciate you guys hanging out when I was trying to find something there. Trying to find. Seeing if I got those. Here we go. Here's some of my thoughts, believe it or not, about the gall. I've got scriptures for it. This was a sloppy copy that I had. I like that. That helps. Let's see if later on if I have the actual study that I did. Let's see. Prayer request. Prayer request. Whoops. Somebody's in here. I'm back. What's up, Peace? We're back. Appreciate you coming by. You're the only one on Twitch right now, I think, that's watching. Let's see here. Looking for some old study notes. of mine. That is from my life story I gave a while ago. I think. Maybe not. Let me see what it is. Might be something else. Oh no, that's a devotional I had called Time. What if you don't collect anything? What's up, Corey? What do you mean collect anything? What do you mean, my friend? I think this was a devotional that I had for my life story, I recall. Pretty sure that's what that was. Do you have YouTube going? I do. I have YouTube going on my tablet, which is horizontal, and my phone, which is vertical. Hebrews 12:15. Yes, I have that one written down. It does say the root of bitterness. That's what I was trying to figure out the definition for, Eastern. That word root in that one. Because I found, obviously the definition for root for, like, the modern word in the dictionary, but not for, since I don't have that, what do you call it? Since I don't have my concordance. What are we doing? I am doing a study on the gall of bitterness for a sermon tomorrow, and I thought I'd bring you guys along. I'm going to go on YouTube and give you a like. Thank you, Three-Piece, a Rare Piece. Appreciate it. Which I forget what your real name is over there and elsewhere. Guess I'll find out because you'll hop on over there and tell me probably. But yeah, what I'm studying about, Corey, is the gall of bitterness and what it can do for our lives and harm us. Particularly when it goes to like unforgiveness and what it can do. Oh, that's what rare piece it is. Hey, buddy. I didn't catch it on the Twitch part, but once I see your profile picture, Ghost Rider, well, then I know who it is. Then I know who it is. Practical applications for Hebrews 13:16. Little presentation I guess I had. Let's see here. I found my rough draft of my Gall of Bitterness devotional, but I didn't find the original. This is an old paper. These are from 2015, so this thing's over 10 years old. Some of these notes I have in here. Russia was pretty fun. Oh, you were over in Russia? What's funny? All right, where is those notes at? I just had them. It was rough drafts of, here it is, of the gall bitterness. We had the gall of self-judgment and scripture verse for it, gall of hoarding, gall of not giving, same idea, gall of bitterness, gall of doubt and unbelief, gall of pride and boasting, gall of discontentment, gall of fear of past and future. Those are different ones that I had. I need to use some of these notes for my sermon tomorrow. 5, 3, and 5. Corey, what book? What book is that one from? Well, this thing was charged already? That was quick. Let me look that up, but I'm not sure which one that would be. You have 5:3-5. What's the book? Is it Hebrews? Because we were in Hebrews as well as Acts. We were. I went to Russia to visit my girlfriend family for the first time. Oh yeah, you mentioned something of the sort. One moment, I'll look at my Bible app. Yeah, for some reason, this Bible app here does not have a concordance unless you're cooked up to online. And for some reason, having a problem hooking up to my phone's hotspot. Yeah, I do remember you mentioning that about Russia because someone's like, "Is it a real person?" And better watch out. I think it was Russell saying that. And you're like, "Oh, I know it's a real person because of this, that, and the other." Hey, Canelo, what's up, girl? What's up, dog? Zip, dog. Doggy, doggy, doggy. What are you doing? Oh, I don't have any more snacks in here. Watch out for my Bible. No, 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 no. Don't step on the Bible. Don't step on the Bible, girl. Hey? Romans. Okay, Romans. What was it? 5:3-5. Let me see. I don't think I have that one written out. Romans 5. Let's see what that one says. 3-5. Romans 5:3-5. That talks about not being ashamed in our tribulations, but glorying in it, and be patient in the tribulations and what tribulations produce. That's a good verse. I like it. Yeah, Russell must have thought I met her online or something. Right, right. All right, there we go. Eastern has it. It is a warning to believers to actively pursue God's grace and prevent a root of bitterness from growing, which can poison individuals and defile many in the church by causing trouble, anger, and Eastern. Is that what the like? What's the Strong's definition for root in that verse? That seems like it's more of a what would you call it? Not quite a Strong's. That would be more like almost like a modern English translation of that verse. Yeah, I thought it was Russell. I thought it was Russell. Let's see, that's for the Hebrews 12:15. What I'll do is I'll consolidate these thoughts with the verses and things I have on this other paper from a devotional. I don't know where the actual draft is. This is a rough draft, the actual one. And then I also have other thoughts written on my phone. And I'll compile them together. Spiritual harm often stemming from hurt, disappointment, or holding grudges. Yeah, holding grudges / unforgiveness. Hindering peace and holiness. It's call to vigilance for oneself. There you go. That sounds like a Chat GPT definition or a Gemini AI. I just had to say it. It is a warning to believers to actively pursue God's grace and prevent, not prevent, prevent a root of bitterness from growing, which poison Jews. And what we got over here? John 16:33. Let's see, individuals and defile many in the church by why causing trouble, anger, and spiritual harm. Often, that's a run-on sentence. I guess go and go and go and go. That's why I was wondering if it was by Chat BBT. I think that the apps are getting in all from the same place anymore, sadly. Yeah, they have a run-on sentence. That whole thing is one sentence. That is a run-on sentence. Met her in a fast food restaurant. It was her first time in America. She asked me what I suggest. Oh, there you go. And you were working there as an employee at the restaurant? Often stemming from hurt, disappointment, or holding grudges. Enduring peace, holiness. And if so, what restaurant was that? It's a call to vigilance and of one's. Let's see here. Real Mexican food, can't go wrong with it. Oh, that's correct. Yep. I love real Mexican food. I grew up in Arizona, and that's where I live now, but I was grabbing lunch. Oh, you were grabbing lunch yourself. Okay, gotcha. She mate. But yeah, what type of restaurant was it? I spoken to you that like peace, relation, tribulation, but courage out of a current world. Like I said, it was her first time in America. She didn't know how to talk to us. Oh, all she knew was Russian then. What's up, Navy? I collect haters. Hey, what's up? What's up, Marine family? Appreciate your service. And your family. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for coming by. How is your evening going? Are you affected by the weather? The bad weather that's been floating around? Literally, right? The snow and the wind and the rain. I'm in southern Arizona. We have been getting rain today and yesterday. No snow. I don't know. They might have got some snow on the top of the mountains, which we had some up there already. But with the rain we had yesterday, it probably washed off. I was hoping to get up there before the rains came, but the day I was wanting to get off, I thought about getting off, I had to work because the day that I was going to work, I got sick. My back was hurting, so I took off a day. So the day I thought I might get off, I couldn't because I ended up working that day. Let's see. You ever heard of Jack's? I've heard of Jack's as in there's like these pizza hot pockets that are called Jack's. The restaurant is called Jack's. There's a bunch of them here in Alabama. Yeah, I don't really know. I'm not sure if I've ever heard of them. As my state said, we haven't had bad weather like this since 2009. There you go. The weather is easy to deal with. Protesters, I can't deal with. Yeah, no weather's easy to deal with, but protesters, you just can't deal with them. Hence, you collect haters. Mm-hmm. Yep. Shows 0 people in here, but there's like 3 of you guys talking. Rare Peace, Corey, and Navy are in that chat over there, and I only showed 0 people. Dos personas, 0. There we go. Now it shows 2. There, we got some beat-a-boxing going. You're near Oklahoma City. We don't get snow or ice, only cold air. Yeah, stupidity is difficult to deal with. No joke. As they say, you can't fix stupid. You can't fix stupid because there ain't no gas upstairs. Ain't no gas in it. Yes, sir. True that. Yeah, that's true, Corey. True that. dwell. My tummy's making noises. I didn't really have supper. I had just some snacks. I got some milk here still, and I had some cheese and some sliced cheese that was sharp cheddar, or extra sharp, and then some Frito like chips. Well, I'm still hungry. Lights around, but nobody's home. Yeah, right. Lights are on, but no one's home. What is your take on everything that is going on? Explain everything. There's, like you said, everything, so that's a lot of stuff. Someone hopped in when I did a full format video of me talking about a shotgun I'm working on, and it was like a scheduled video, and so I've never done that before. And you could live chat with people as they hop in, and someone asked the same question, something about what are my thoughts about Minnesota? We're having chili and government. What? We are having chili and government. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Probably a little mistake there in the typo or something. Do I agree with everything that's happening? No, not really. Do I believe something needed done? Definitely. Because it was being abused and neglected and forsaken and not taken care of in the other administration. Now that they're actually putting it back to where it was, and the liberals aren't having what they used to have, they're like a spoiled child and complaining, I can't get what I used to have. Wah. Yeah, because you weren't supposed to have it then either, but it slipped by when it wasn't supposed to. Deer burgers. Oh, dude, that sounds good. Everything going on doesn't matter. Only simple minded people really involve themselves in that trash. Oh, yep. I'm not too worried about it because I know who has it all in his hands. My creator God. Yep. He has it in his hands. So I don't need to worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will take care of the things of itself. But I do need to be smart minded and prepared for the future. It does talk about that too, but not being overly worried about it. Take no thought what ye shall eat, or what ye shall drink, or what ye shall wear. Wherewithal ye shall be clothed, or something like that, it says. Something of the sort. I'm glad I found this paper. I wonder if I got more of that stuff in this other notebook. Because I do have some stuff in this one too. Let's see. I cannot find anything on bitterness in my St. Joseph Sunday Massal. I will check my other books. Thank you. You still appreciate it. You're doing above and beyond. This was a children's class that I had about patience. My other church I used to go to. Instead of having a Sunday school specifically during the adult class for the children to go out, separated, the adults class in the church I used to be was with all the children and teenagers and everything. But we had a set aside time for the children that were about like 4 up to 11, I think it was, or 12. And I taught a class for them, I guess, at one time back in January 18th, 2023. So right around 2 years ago, 3 years ago. It's called Patience. Which I think I did a sermon on that too. I was doing kind of a somewhat of a series, which I'm still am somewhat, um, about the fruits of the Spirit. I've done a few of them so far. Let's see here. I just like listening to people's opinion. And that's all it is opinion. People can have their opinions. It's what we do with that. People don't realize that just because it's their opinion doesn't mean it's the letter of the law and you need to throw a fit. Oh, your opinion's different than mine. You're wrong, blah, blah, blah. It's an opinion. Let's see here. Monday, people might start freezing solid here in Alabama. Is that when the cold front's really coming through? Let's see here. This is a story that I was working on. Put the sound effects and stuff too. This is part of a letter I was writing to somebody a while ago. Looks like I did it twice. We might get an ice storm. So back in 2013, I went to a wedding in Arkansas. They had a huge snowstorm down there that was very rare. Maybe Alabama had it too because they're right next to Arkansas. 2013. So you're not trying to be. Here's a thing about gossip that I was doing. Gossip and forms of it. I think that was for a children's class too, or a children's devotional or something. And it might be just as bad as 1994's. Were you in Alabama in 2013? Because I'm guessing it probably was bad then, because I know it was bad in Arkansas. Why is this in here? This paper here is like for something for a job quote. One roll of roofing, 1 4x8 by T111, 27 2x6 by 8 feet. Job name. Oh, that's because I use this for a whole bunch of different stuff, I think. This was part of a children's class too, but why is it only partway here? The rest of it got torn out or something? Probably was a children's class too about something asking for help, maybe. That's what it looks like. All right. Did I find anything that I was looking for in this one? I don't think so. Maybe I did. Oh, the thing about patience. That's in here. But that was a children's class. Anywho, it's about these notes. Nothing there, nothing there. That's something else. These are plans for war. Well, that's pretty cool. All right. Well, I found some of the stuff. Let me see if I got anything in this one. I think this one has some notes in it from something. Integrity. It was a children's class about integrity. Children's lesson about integrity on graph paper. I don't know why I use graph paper for that. Anyways, what's up, Robbie? Hey, it's me, Robbie. I'm back. Mario. Oh, wait, you're Robbie. You should look at some pictures of the Alabama 1994 ice storm, and right before that, it had a blizzard of 93, aka 1993. What's up, Ashy? Ashy's undead. What's up? Ashy's undead. Yo, what is the sniper with a scope on the side? Oh, this right there? Well, there's a firearm in front that's a lever action. The one behind it is a 30-30. It's a 30-30 Taurus Rio Grande. It looks like a Marlin 336. As in the actual sniper, I've got one right there. That's a 338 Lapua. I was doing some reloading on that the other day. Oblong, what's up, Oblong? Yes, forgiveness is good. I'm studying about different for a sermon tomorrow about bitterness and different galls, like the gall of bitterness, the gall of unforgiveness, discontentment, a whole bunch of different stuff like that. And I did a devotional a while ago about it. Here's some of my notes. I don't think I have the date from when I did the notes. Somewhere I have the actual devotional. Yeah, that's a 30-30. The one, not this one. It's that one with the scope right there. This one here's a pellet gun. It does have a scope as well, but you can't really see it. It's behind the lever action 10 gauge. Yeah, I don't know where my notes are from years ago when I did the devotional on this, but I have like 90% of it here, the rough draft. So that'll help. That'll help a lot. Yep. Excuse me, I had a big old yawn there. Interesting. I think that is what we will be judged on the most at our day of judgment, where we are basically forgiven to the level we forgive. Correct. That's some of my verses that I'm going over that talks about that if you don't forgive, your heavenly Father will not forgive you. They're tied directly together. If I'm holding a grudge against somebody, is that considered unforgiveness? Probably. Oh no, it's a grudge. See, that's the thing. The world likes to reword stuff, so it kind of makes it sound less dangerous, less sinful. Because if I recall, the Bible actually talks about unforgiveness is something that will not allow you into heaven. Just like all these other lists of sin that are horrible sins we would never get involved in. Offing someone or committing adultery or whatever. Forgiveness is something that comes from God first, then ourselves. If God has forgiven you, you must forgive yourself and move on in service to Him. Amen, John. Amen. I like that. Thank you for that. Appreciate the thoughts. But yeah, I am going over a sermon that I'm going to be studying. Sorry, that I'm going to be having tomorrow. Power lines broke down from the ice in '94, but y'all power lines might melt. In the snow, right? Yeah, the idea is I have this gall here, this oak ball gall, and I did a devotional about one of these before. And so I have those rough draft notes of it. Sorry, I got a dog hair in my mouth or something. Let me screenshot that one if I can. Oh, let me get you guys off real here. I think I got. Let's see if I can get this trim piece up. Stop yelling at me, buddy. There we go. Let's see if I can screenshot that. Sorry, guys, it's going to mess up your view there. There we go. I got a screenshot of it. I might use that. We'll see. It's not patent or patent pending, is it? It shows nobody's in here. It shows 0. This live is worse than yesterday's. I only have 17 likes and I've been on an hour and a half. Well, probably your size is 18 likes. Oh, let's see how many people I have on here. One on Twitch, one on YouTube, and one on Rumble. Rumble. Hey, what's up, Evan? Hello, dude. How are you? I'm doing great, systems. Ammo. He said, well, my little friend. I added that letter part. How are you today, my little friend? Hope you're having a blessed night. We're studying. I'm on Twitch as well and Rumble. I'm actually on YouTube on 2 devices. On my tablet, I have linked with Twitch, Rumble, and YouTube. And my phone, I have just linked with the vertical shorts, which is good and bad because I kind of need my phone for some studying here that I'm doing for a sermon tomorrow. But hey, it works. There's been 2 people that have been, or a couple that have been pretty helpful in trying to find some meanings that I have on my phone that we're studying about here. Anywho. Let's see, Elmo says hi. 3 pieces, or 3 rare piece. 2AZ says, hello, Evan. System says, I got to see my uncle's 1911 A1. Awesome. It was really cool, but man, was it rusty. Anything I should do to properly take care of it. What year is it? Because you definitely want to remove the surface rust if you can, very gently. What I would probably use is extremely fine stainless steel wool, not regular old steel wool, and do it with like a type of oil on it, like a 3-1 oil or a WD-40 to lightly clean it. Click booger under my seat. That's kind of weird. So you go pick, and then instead of putting gum underneath your seat like little kids used to do growing up, or underneath tables, and then we'd pick it off and chew it ourselves later. Booger under my seat. Yeah, I have a 1911 A1, but it's a modern one. Better than eating them. Yeah, true that. That's what they say, right? I don't know. You don't get the proteins and salts and get your immune system up. If you eat them, you might get less sick. Maybe that's why children aren't quite as sick as often as they could be because they eat their boogers. Right? Let's see here. So I definitely have quite a bit of scripture here I can pull from that I have written from other notes. So that'll be very helpful. Very helpful indeed. Yes. Yep. 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 Well, I think I have enough together that I can, once I'm done with the lives, get all the stuff together and start writing out, and probably until like, sometimes I'll work on it until like 11 o'clock at night, wrapping it up. Or I'll maybe quit at like 10 and then finish up in the morning and get some stuff printed off. Sim says, I got to see Glocks too. I'm much like a hammer on a pistol, though. Why does Glock have the safety on the grip? Like the back of the handle pushes in. Glock has one of those? I didn't know they did. I didn't know Glock had a handle safety. I know that 1911s do, and so do the XD Springfields. Favorite Bible book? That's a good question. Either Psalms, maybe James or Hebrews, but I really like the Gospels too. Anyways, yeah, I think I have enough together that should get my thoughts in a good spot to study them up. All right, Eastern says, ooh, quadruple stainless steel wool with thin oil. Yep, Eastern said the same thing. So systems, pretty much what I said. If you want to clean off that real light surface rust, you want to use 40, like quadruple aught stainless steel wool with a thin oil. Gospel will be condensed into a nutshell in one verse. What verse would that be? Oh, right there, you just shared it. Matthew's your favorite. There you go, Evan. 1 Peter 3:18, King James Version. Awesome, that's what I use. Christ also hath once suffered for sin, the just for the unjust, that he might bring us to God, being put to death in the flesh, but quickened by the Spirit. Here we go, John. I like it. Systems. Do you have a favorite Bible book? Matthew said his was the. Evan said his was the for Matthew. How about you, Eastern? You're over here on my tablet here. Let's see here. Let's see. I need to write on the questionnaire. Favorite Bible book. There we go. Okay. With the Glock, it's the back of the handle. It pushes in. It was a little Glock, maybe a Glock 19 size. It was funny. Glock, I don't know if it was safety, but the back pushes in. I didn't realize Glock had that grip safety that like 1911 has, and the XD Springfields. Maybe it's the 22 version, or yeah, maybe the Glock 19. I know they have the trigger safety where it has that second step. It has the little thing you have to push in before you can pull the safety. It doesn't have an external one. That's one reason why a lot of them were not used in military, because it needed to have an external safety. At least that's what I've been told. That's why they have not gotten many government contracts. Glock. I've got a decent amount of hammer fire, but I also have a decent amount of striker fire too. I'd say probably more striker fire than hammer. Maybe not though. Because I have one 9mm that's a hammer fire, 1911 that is a Makarov from Hungary that is an external hammer, a Tokarov that's a hammer fire, a CZ52. I thought I had one more that was a striker fire. Oh, my 1911 double stack is a hammer fire. Sorry. Going to eventually do a RAM European mount. I'll post it in the community when I get it done. What type of RAM? Like an animal RAM? Like that type of RAM? Houston says, my favorite used to be the book of Revelations, but now I would say Psalm. There you go. Eastern Washington says his favorite is the book of Psalms. Yeah, what I like about Psalms, it has all sorts of stuff in there. It has prophecy. It has things to help you through life. And one of my favorite Bible verses is from Psalms. I actually have it as my license plate on my work van. It's Psalms 31:15. Here, I'll turn to it. Psalms 31:15. So, sometimes in life we're struggling about the future, about the unknowns, about why, Lord, how come I've had to go through this, that, and the other. And then I came across Psalms 31, verse 15. The very beginning of the verse says, "My times are in thy hands." Meaning my life, my time, this moment that I'm living in, from past, present, and future, is in God's hands. I have another verse written beside it, Psalm 16:5. What do I have for that one? Psalm 16:5. It says, which some of these pages are torn up. "The Lord is the portion of mine inheritance, and of my cup thou maintainest my lot." Kind of the same idea. Let's see. Yes, I don't know what type he is, but domestic. For which? Oh, the Ram. Gotcha. Thank you for the tips on the 1911, and do enjoy the psychedelic visions of Isaiah, but also like the history of the Bible itself. There you go. Come to talk about guns. Ended up reading Bible verses. Definitely keep up what you're doing, dude. Yeah. Today I decided just to kind of be more light, and we talk about God all the time in our lives, anyways. But it's not more directed towards the Bible. It's usually gun stuff, and then we talk about the Bible and politics. Versus tonight is more just the Bible, and we're talking about gun and politics on the side. It's a little side dish for an appetizer. Let's see. Job and Psalms are my favorite books in the Bible. It has so much practical applications for how a believer should orientate their lives in their relationship with the Almighty God. Awesome. Yeah, Job, especially when it comes to like suffering and stuff like that. He's the one who probably suffered the most in the Bible for the most part, other than Christ. At least I would think. Let's see if I can get this lined up. There we go. In my opinion. El opinion de Jerónimo. Oh, there, my pen got in the way, so it messed it up. Get back over here. Get back over here. My hand got in the way, so it didn't trace me. All right, still working? There we go. I actually put something in the way there, so I messed it up. There we go. System says Job is definitely a favorite of mine. Awesome. Yeah. Sometimes I feel like Job, especially last year, part of last year, and all of last year, and part of 2024, like 3/4 of 2024, and pretty much all of last year. No, not of all of last year. All of like 3/4 of 2024, I felt like Job because of some stuff I was going through, and yeah, it was really hard. There's a few times in life I felt like Job, but definitely 2024. Psalm 64 is one of Eastern's favorite Bible verses. Let's turn to that one. Let's see what he's got. I ask, what denomination are you? I am a Christian, a Bible-believing Christian. I grew up years ago at a Calvary Chapel, but then I went to, I don't know if you ever heard of Anabaptist Mennonites. I was Anabaptist Mennonite for years. I would just call myself a Bible-believing Christian that tries to follow it to the best of his abilities with God's help. Psalms, let's see, Eastern Washington says one of his favorite Bible verses is Psalm 64, which is David prays for deliverance from his enemies. To the chief magician, a psalm of David. 64? Yeah. Hear my voice, O God, in my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the instruction of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongues like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil manner. They consume of lair snares privately. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquity. They accomplish a diligent search. But the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. But God shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. So all that see them shall flee away. And all men shall fear and shall declare the work of God, for they shall wisely consider of his doing. The righteous shall be glad in the Lord and shall trust in him, and all the upright in heart shall glory. That's a pretty good one. Nice to know we have the same background belief. There you go. Forgiveness is good or bad based on acknowledgement, correction of the wrongdoings by the person that may want or need forgiveness. There you go, Josh. Appreciate it. Thank you. How you doing, by the way? Sorry, I got something in my eyeball or something. Josh Hillmania. Hillmania. This thing, it talks about how that their tongue shall fall upon themselves. It's kind of like either karma, which I don't really believe in, or the law of sowing and reaping. There's something that was done, and then this is the repercussions. Because of this will happen. And because it's God, and he's the all-knowing judge. Yep. That's a good verse, Eastern. Thank you. He's over on my YouTube over there on my tablet. I have YouTube on long format this way and horizontal this way on my phone. And I'm running Twitch and Rumble on the tablet as well over there. Anywho. Oh, lean back here a little bit. Relax. Guess my buddy's still shopping. My roommate. He went into town to get groceries. I think more than he did because he got groceries last night too. I think, but he said he needed a haircut, some other stuff. Anywho, let's see. Make sure no one's leaving a message on that one. On Rumble, it shows a little green dot. If I know that someone's in here or not. Josh is not too shabby, and it's Hillmania because my last name is Hillman. But hope you're having a good evening. Excuse me. We are so far. Or I should say I am so far. Me and my two dogs were in here when I had snacks. As soon as we're done with the snacks, well, they left the room. Obviously, they don't want to stay around, right? 9 people in the chat. If you're new to the channel, we appreciate you for joining Desert Armory and More. Tonight, we're actually doing a little bit of a Bible study for myself, but you guys are coming along and helping with me, and I appreciate that. I'm studying a sermon about the galls of bitterness and unforgiveness, the galls of all sorts of stuff in the Bible, the gall of pride. But we do gun stuff here. We do handyman content, cave and mine exploring, stuff like that. What's up, Murray? Hey, hi. Do you work for a new profile picture? Hey, hi. Do you work for a new profile picture? What do you mean, Murray? I like how Israel means to wrestle with God. It feels like a wrestling match. Sometimes it feels like Job or Jacob himself wrestling with the angel of God, but doesn't stop till he gets his blessing. Yeah, that's a good analogy. That's a pretty good one there. Murray, what do you mean profile? My profile picture? It's been the one that's current for 3-4 months, maybe? I forget. Where it has the two guns crossing and it says Desert Armory and More. It's what my hats and one of my t-shirts says on it that are for the giveaway. Let's see who's over here. Eastern says it reminds me of the people that do or say crazy things online. You are so right. You're so right. Just trolls. Right, Eastern? Trolls. Means you're trolls. As you can tell, I got this tracking thing. I really wanted to use this today, but it's been raining almost all day, and then if I would have got out to go do some shooting, it probably would start raining on me. So, but I haven't done any shooting content with this camera setup where it tracks you, where I put my phone on there. It's got a side camera that tracks. That way, if I'm shooting, it'll follow me around. Anyways, I haven't been able to try it out. Last Saturday, I really wanted to do it, but I was working on my parents' deck. This Saturday, it's been raining. Yesterday was raining. Plus, I had a little bit of work yesterday, so didn't get paid for it because it's kind of an ongoing job. It's going to be kind of a multi-step. So I need to get paid for the one job I did there and then mark up a quote for the other 2 things, roughly. One's more straightforward. The other one's harder to figure out because it's a roof leak. that multiple people have tried chasing down, but they can't find it. System says does only the original H11 have the A1? I'm pretty sure my one in here says A1 on it. Does it say MA1? I'm not sure because I can't handle it online, obviously. It's in the door here, which it is open, but I can't get to it. It's right there, but I can't get to it. Right there. It's in the pocket, so I can't see it. Anywho, I think mine says A1 on it. I'm pretty sure. Not A1 sauce. Because mine's a mil spec, so it looks just like very similar to the World War II version that they would have used in World War One as well. See anybody leave anything over there? Nope, no little green dot. Excuse me. Yawn, yawn, yawn. Of course, they had the M1A1, which is the current copy of the M1 Garand. Do you have any auto or explosives? What's up, 10th? I do not have either of those. We can get tannerite across the counter here in Arizona. That's the closest to a big that we can get in Arizona legally. Now, if you had the proper licensing, you might be able to get destructive devices with the proper licensing and the proper, all the paperwork and all that. Probably, because Arizona's pretty lenient. It's like Texas. In some ways, we're better, I think, than Texas, what I was hearing, at least for some of the stuff. But no, I don't have any autos, which you can get here too. With the proper paperwork and all the signage for that. It's totally legal here where I live in Arizona. But I don't know any of that stuff. Gotta go. Much respect to you and keep up what you're doing. Much love. Hopefully get back here later. Systems, thank you. Appreciate you, man. I know you've been in here before, so I appreciate you coming by. And check out our we did a short and then we also did a long format of the double barrel shotgun I'm working on. I got some parts in. It's one that I'm slowly rebuilding because the parts for it are hard to find. And so when the parts are available, when I find them online, I purchase them. So we're getting more and more stuff together. Like the stream too. Okay, I appreciate it, Systems. Thank you. But yeah, go ahead and check out that video. I just posted it today. It's like 11 minutes and something. And then I did a short that's like 3 minutes long of a double barrel antique shotgun. But yeah, appreciate you coming by and thank you for your thoughts, Systems. Thank you. You have a blessed rest of your day and a blessed Sunday tomorrow. Appreciate you. Let's see, rewind, reward for well doing. Excuse me. I don't know why I'm getting really tired when it's only 8 o'clock, 8:01. Well, wait a minute. It's actually 7:58. That thing's ahead by a couple minutes. Why is that one ahead of this one when they're both running off of cellular data? That's weird. That is very weird. 69%. What does this one have? 57. We're still good on the camera. I mean, on the battery life on both of these. Anyways. Murray says, I lost your pictures on and I like hearing you. Why am I talking about sending out of comments we don't need or something? Murray, unfortunately, I do not know what you're trying to say. You lost your pictures on and I like hearing you. Why am I talking about sending out of comments a love you don't need it or something? That did not come through right, unfortunately. Your talk to text isn't working again. Not much of a religious man myself because I believe if religion was real, then there wouldn't be so many. But with that being said, I don't mind what others believe as long as it's good-willed. I can understand that. That is true because it's like some people are like, okay, you say your version of Christianity is the way. This one says it is. This one it is. Of the Christianity side of it, because there's so many churches that are Christian. What comes to mind for me is there's a verse that Paul says that says one person says I'm of Apollos, one person says I'm of this person, one person says I'm of Paul. But he says, we're all Christ's. Follow me as I follow Christ. So if that church is faithfully following Christ according to the way the Bible says, it's good. Now, these other religions, that's a little bit different, in my opinion, because obviously then you got Catholics, Hindu, Buddhists, Scientology, whatever, if you can call that one a religion. That is, a lot of those things are way off. Or these, what would you call it? Sects, whatever you call them, that are more of like a cult. I'm back, says Eastern. No, Creator. He's over here now. Okay, that's what I just want to mess with you. Yeah, I have no idea what you're saying there, bro. Yeah, each person to their own, really. And each one of us are held accountable to what we know. We are not judged by our parents' actions. We are not judged by our uncle's actions, our cousins, our grandparents. We are judged by our own personal lives. Anyway, sorry, I got a boogie, an itchy nose, something. 7 people in the chat. Appreciate you all coming by. What's up, Micah? We're doing awesome, feeling blessed, studying God's Word with you guys. Different people have been helping out. It's been more of a religious side tonight. Instead of guns with religion and politics on the side, today is more like religious with politics and guns on the side. There's more than one Bible. Yeah, there's a lot of Bibles. Well, not only the different versions of beliefs, but also, in my opinion, if it was real, why do people disagree on what their own God looks like? That's a good question, Josh. That's a good question. Creator says, I'm so confused. Why are you doing 2 live streams on YouTube? Creators, because one of them is so you can have the front view here. And then I was wondering if I could do a side view on the phone. And sure enough, it works, which YouTube has a version where when you're doing a live stream vertical, if you have the settings right, it'll do a horizontal feed too. Let's see here. Oh, there we go. I reset it because it's up to that 2-hour mark again. It does that all the time. Micah says, question mark? I'm not sure what you mean. Okay, I made using treasure. I'm using Mike because I'm going to finish that sentence. Nope. Again, don't mind. Religious people just never quit understanding it all. Gotcha. Yep. You're going to be affected by the incoming storm. Micah, we kind of are. We've been having a rainstorm pretty much all day today, and yesterday about 3/4 of it. So I just finished the deck for my parents in time. I heard it was going to rain Friday and Saturday, so I'm like, I need to finish this. I wrapped it up at like 6 o'clock last night. Is there more than one Bible? There's a lot of different translations of the Bible, and then there's like other books that called like, the Book of Muhammad or the Book of Mormon, or those aren't Bibles, in my opinion. They're just religious writings. In concordance, it lists bitterness in Job 21:25, Proverbs 14:10, Isaiah 38:15, Acts 8:23, and Hebrews 12. I think I wrote some of those down. I have Hebrews 12:15, yeah. Let's see if I got the Job 21:25. I have 20:14. That was for something else, though. I might have that on this other picture, or this other paper. Job 21:25. Proverbs 14:10. Is that you, Skittles, or is that you, Canilla? Who's walking? Is that you, Canilla? Or is that you, Skittles? Acts 8:23, which I've been writing down. And Hebrews 12:15. Yeah, I already had those two. I'm not sure about the other one. Let's see here. Hey, if you work all over some, you can have to see a picture of me and my favorite goalie. Don't know what you mean, Murray. Do you wear a cross? I do not. No, that's more of a Catholic thing. The cross is a was an image or a form of death. So, in my opinion, would we wear an electric chair on our neck? Probably not. I know the idea behind it is to remember Christ, but at the same time, I would say it's more of a sign of a religious thing, more than it's not really a thing of jewelry. It's more of a religious thing. What is the difference between Catholics and Christians? Catholics, including Greek Orthodox too, they would like uphold Mary and like as high as Christ and worship her as high as Christ. She was just a vessel used of God to bring forth the Son of God. Nothing really more, nothing less. She was, an instrument used of God. She was not anything higher. She wasn't higher than Christ. See, a lot the Catholics would say that she's on the same level as Christ, and that's not true. That's not true. Let's see. Be right back. I just got home from the hospital. I'm going to order a pizza or something. All I ate today was a tangerine. Creator, what happened? What were you at the hospital for? And I had pizza yesterday. It was pretty good. I had some pizza the other night too, and half of it, my roommate moved it right on the edge of the counter, and my dog hopped up there and ate it. I had it scooted up on the back end of the stove. He moved it right at the edge of the counter, and the dog hopped up there and ate it. Half a pizza. What's up, Charlie? How's it going? He's like, "What's up, man?" I am studying for a sermon. Where he says, "Hey, if you look closer over towards where the gun are, you can actually see a profile picture of the people I'm talking, and you can have to see like pictures and stuff, and then you can actually." Um, Dude, I have no. Your talk to text, unfortunately, is not very helpful. Look over towards where the gun powers are. You can actually see a profile picture of the people. I don't have any of that in here. If you're saying in here. Let's see. He's having some pizza. He's going to order some pizza, and Creator is. Yo! I'm not going to finish reading that one. I think your keyboard got stuck. Like when you're typing on an old keyboard, one of the keys gets stuck and. Excuse me. How you doing, by the way, Charlie? That thing didn't reset right because this shows 2 hours and 11 minutes. I was not on that thing 11 minutes by the time that was on an hour. Huh. So YouTube is ditching people's hours by slowing the timer down. That is interesting. Why is it that far behind? That's strange. Good, how are you? I'm doing great. I'm using a phone. I did that. Is Catholic better than Christians? Is Catholic better than Christians? Christians were before Catholic, I'll tell you that. And Catholics persecuted Christians, true believers. They had the inquisitors and all other stuff. So unfortunately, I would say that the Catholics have missed the mark on a lot of things for a lot of reasons. Hey, sorry, I just talk way too fast. Oh, for talk to text. Yeah, you might have to slow down a little bit so it catches it properly. Yep. Oh, we got someone that left a message over here. Let's see here. Creator says my dad had erotic aneurysm surgery, open heart. Okay. Is that what it'd be called? Open heart surgery? That's a little easier for me to understand. Let's see here. There we go. My brother, we adopted him when he was like 6 or 7. I think it was just after 7th birthday, a month after 7th birthday. Ooh, let's see here. Michael says, "You're the closest person to me that believes in religion, so I don't know about any of it." Gotcha. I wouldn't say I believe in religion. Yeah, that's part of it. That's a very small part of it. It would be like, I believe in God and Christ and the Bible and creation, and like a traditional Christian. Tristan says, "Hey, sorry, I'm back. So favorite Old Testament king." Hey, what's up, Moist? Zaus? Did you just get the notification or are you scrolling? And Baker, did you just get it? Are you giving the sermon tomorrow? I am, Baker. I'm studying about it here, but we've been chatting off of other stuff instead, about the Bible stuff too. Just scrolling into you. Oh, dude, you didn't get it, huh? Was the second rifle right of the safe? Right of the safe? Back there? The first one's a Mauser from Turkey. The next one is a Mosin Nagant from 43. It's a M38, and that one you can barely see there is a sporterized 303 British. If you're talking about that. Over on this side, that's a bookshelf, not a safe. If you're talking about the second one from there, that right there is a 338 Lapua sniper rifle, and that one is a AK-47. I asked what your sermon is going to be about. Yeah, you didn't come in when I announced it somewhat. Well, it's about different, like the Bible talks about in Acts 8, about this gall of bitterness. And so a while ago, I did a devotional about different galls, like the gall of bitterness, the gall of hoarding, the gall of unbelief, pride, discontentment, fear of the unknown or of the future. And so I'm doing a sermon on that, which has to do with an illustration right here. It's an actual gall that causes harm to trees, especially oak trees is what they're on usually. That's okay. If you work all the screen where the comments are, look those comments on your deal. You can look over because the world guns are, but all the conversation you can see. Kind of getting what you're saying, but not really. The other right. Which Bible are you reading right now? This is the King James. Need to get me safe to please the government. I'll probably get a very flimsy one just to say I'm following the storage grade. There you go. Found a okay-ish one on Amazon for $100. Should be better than nothing. Yep. Book of Enoch. Hey, Clyde. I actually have the Book of Enoch, just not with me. It's on my bookshelf. It should be. Welcome back, buddy. I think you were in here when we were talking about the different books of the Bible. And you said that's one of your favorite Bible books. Yeah, they talk about the Book of Enoch in this Bible, in the King James, as well as the Book of Asher. You like doing topical sermons or text sermons? I like topical. It's more of a challenge. Topical or text sermons. So my sermons usually are like I did a decent amount of the fruits of the Spirit, probably about half of them or a quarter of them so far. Eventually I'll do more. Mine are usually about subjects. I guess that'd be the idea of topics. But it's not like multiple, like a series. I haven't really done a series. It's usually just like one sermon per topic. Let's see, Moist Beans, are you in the UK? Because I don't think you need a safe in the US. It depends what state you're in, Micah. A lot of states require a safe. California did for certain areas. If you had a safe, it had to be California approved. If you had guns in the house and children were there, they all had to be locked up in some form. Not actually a safe, but some form. No, Micah, I'm in the States. I'm in Ohio. Yep. Yeah, Enoch, an interesting fella, follows very close to the Epic of Gilgamesh, which I need to get that one, which always interests me. Some says, "What is the best wisdom you have on the nature of suffering?" I feel like Job's ending is just God saying, "You cannot understand, but I want to understand. I don't want to let go." So I get an answer about suffering. The best wisdom you have on the nature of suffering. Let me check something real quick over here. My biological dad's brother. I've always called him uncle. Okay. Which verse were you looking for the definition of? I pulled out my research Bible and it has definition at the bottom of the page. Eastern, a while ago, it was the Hebrews. That's raining again outside. Hebrews 12:15 about the root of bitterness. Anyways, so I'm no stranger to suffering. I've gone through a lot of heartaches and different injuries that really have affected me. And that's why sometimes I feel like Job sometimes. And I'm glad he helps us through all those hard times. Thank the Lord for that. I do know that God is sovereign and he knows our future, and he has different ways for us to go through things for different things. Some is just he wants us to go through them to teach us something. That's one. Or he wants us to go through something because of consequences of something. There was a Bible verse that talks about who sinned that this man is sick. The Pharisees said that. And Christ said, no one did, but that so that the name of God could be praised. That's a paraphrase, but something about so that God's power could be known. And that's a third reason. So that way God and his all-knowingness could be portrayed, suffering. And then, sometimes we suffer for the benefit of others. That way, people looking on can see how we handled it and hopefully learn good. Like with Job, we see how Job suffered, and we can learn from it even today. I don't use ones as moist, but I always come to check my stuff, and they were sitting out. I'd be bleeped and don't know if kids, though. Don't worry about it much. Yep. Look very Amish right now. This is a cowboy shirt, dude. I was wearing a cowboy shirt today. Definitely wouldn't let me see my stuff without a warrant, but still better don't have a secure except what I keep on me. Yep. Oops, sorry, my hand got in the way of the tracking them. Sorry that you live in Ohio, Beans. Yeah, I know, right? Genesis is my favorite book. There you go. What's up, Bradley? How's it going? Very Hungry Caterpillar is a good book. I said favorite Bible book. LOL, Ohio has like no rules, Micah, Bell, just the safe rule. Everything on earth is suffering, whether we know it or at the time or not. Heaven is where we'll have no suffering. Yep. Let's close that down. Sorry, my fingers get in the way. Whoa there. Sorry, guys. I just messed something up here. Guys still there? Sorry, I actually signed out on you there. Oh. Let's see here. There we go. Live in Ohio is a worse fate than death. Now that'd be nowhere, I don't think, really. But what if other religions try to take credit and not give glory to God? For example, if something tragic happens to other religions, they get the credit. Sorry for the question. I have so much questions. Let's see. But what if other religions try to take credit and not give glory to God? For example, if something tragic happens to other religions, you're saying like the religion of jihad or something, or the Japanese and the kamikazes, how that they did that all for their religion and the glory goes to them. Well, to me, that's all a bad thing. I'm trying to think of an example what you're meaning there. Are you saying like maybe in a tragic situation and say maybe Muslims came in and helped the colony out and rebuilt, and then the glory goes to the Muslims' God, which I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank on who their God is, or the Buddhist for Buddha, the glory would go to Buddha then. I get what you mean, which in my opinion are false gods. That's not the true God. If you look at different Bible verses, if you believe in the Bible, I mean, even if you don't, the Bible stands true. It'll never, not one jot or tittle will fade away. That's another Bible verse. But if you look at the Bible, like in the time when the Philistines in the Old Testament stole the Ark of the Covenant, and when it was in with the false gods, Dagon, it kept falling over and its arms broke off. It's all sorts of stuff happened to the false God when the Almighty God was in its presence. That's another verse that just shows that all these other names that's not the true God are false. Maybe the winner, but no, I like our gun rules, Constitution carry, and all that. Oh, you have that. Nice. Been thinking about moving to Alaska, Arizona. I hate where I live. Arizona, buddy. You'll love Arizona, and you can come and visit me. We can shoot. We can have fun, hang out, explore mines and caves together. Come to Arizona, bro. Now, Alaska has extremely good gun laws too, so does Arizona. The cold here makes me want to move south, but I could never give up cool summers, 80s max. Any hotter than that, I don't do. There, it's a little humid though, Ohio. Living west of Mississippi is best, except the West Coast, less crowded, more conservative. Yep, like Texas, Utah, Nevada, Arizona, and then Idaho, Montana, stuff like that. Bradley says people never talk about the 20 million Chinese the Japanese killed during World War II. I know, right? Guess you're getting my question. Where do you live, Micah Bell? LOL, Canada. Your neighbor, East. Buddha didn't believe in a god. They were deities. Got you. Kentucky or something? Micah lives in PA. Oh, my brother lives in PA. I got two brothers there. Virginia, I don't know. Yes, if Buddha gets what they want and Buddha gets credit, how to explain that as God left us? Well, that is an interesting question. I'm not sure how I'd answer it. I'm glad God's a sovereign God and he knows all those answers and questions. When a false God gets praised for something that's good, the thing is, it's people that are believing a false God doing the actions to praise a false God. Therefore, I would call it all an abomination. Even though the acts themselves are good works, I would call a lot of it, sacrilegious, against God, an abomination. I mean, I'm just saying it how it is because, you know, the true God has the final word in all of it. And I'm sure he's happy when even false Christians or people in false religions are doing good. I'm sure he's happy about that. Just like um, there's a Bible verse in Matthew, it says, "Blessed are the peacemakers." Well, God is not all for war and strife and shootings, but yet that verse would pretty much say that those who are like sheriffs or police or highway patrols, they're blessed. Even if they're not a believer, they're still blessed because they're trying to promote peace. So I think that God is still happy when false religions do good things, but it's a different level when a Christian does something good and the praise goes to God. Hopefully that makes some sense. Oh, PA sucks. PA is actually not bad. They got good gun laws. PA is like an hour and a half from me over near Lake Erie. Yep. Ohio is boring. All they get is planes. Let's see. What's a false god? What's up, Clyde? Would that be like Buddha, Muhammad? Um, there's the guy for the Muslims. Joseph Smith. What are some others? Mr. Brenham with the Brenhamites. Um, Stuff like that. Let's see here. See, they are to watch over one another with care, lest anyone leave the faith. The root of bitterness being a deliberate turning away from God, and explanatory such as sin contaminates them. Thanks, Eastern. Let me screenshot that real quick. My fingers might get in the way of there, but we'll go ahead and screenshot that real quick. There we go. Hopefully I get it. Yeah, there we go. Let's see here. Contaminates the soul and entire Christian community. That's what my research Bible has for. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Eastern. Appreciate it. Clyde, what's false gods? That one already answered. Kaden, what's up? What's up, brother? Thank you so much for subscribing. You're like my favorite gun YouTuber. Thank you. I appreciate it. We're doing more religious side tonight. What's up, Lisa? God wants to have a testimony, which is why we go through things and help us be stronger. Exactly. Exactly. Thank you, Lisa. I appreciate it. Is it raining over there too? Probably, because we're in the same town. Nice area for skating in the woods on my longboard. There you go. Moist says no uphill battles. Moist says where I live has mostly forest. It's not farmland like most of Ohio. That's nice. What a music park y'all got in Ohio? System says thank you for your honesty. Thank you, Systems. I really appreciate it. And again, this is stuff I have learned from God's word, and I'm fallible, so maybe I'm saying things that are incorrect myself. And so I have to make sure that I watch myself, that what I'm saying is truth from his word here. and that in doing so, that it gives glory to God, not myself. So I got to watch that myself, that the praise doesn't just turn around to myself, it's going to Him. Upstate New York, really nice. The only problem is New York. Yeah. We have a Copal, Cedar Point, and Kings Island. Do you read the Amuna Alish or Epic of Gilgamesh? The Amuna Alish, I don't remember what that one is. Epic of Gilgamesh, no, I do not. Let me screenshot that. Let me turn the tracking off real quick, and I'll screenshot that again. I pushed the wrong thing. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to push this power button and screenshot at the same time. There you go. Don't get all scared in the dark. Probably more amusement parks. I don't know about. Okay, yeah, probably. Let's see here. I don't mean to sound rude. It's just questions I have. Oh, no worries. I don't feel like it's rude at all. I like Cedar Point. They let me skip the lines because I'm disabled. That was my hand. I can ride one ride 3 times before others can ride one ride. What? Oh, because you're disabled too. Yeah, Buddha never claimed to be a god, though. Possibly it's the people themselves held him up as a god. Is it because Beans got more leeway? Yeah. Went to Kings Island last summer for my lady's B-day, and they won't give me the pass to skip lines. Just had to be like everyone else. Wait. So had fun. Have you tried becoming Lieutenant Dan? Hey, Lieutenant Dan! It's raining. Yeah, it's been raining all day here too, Lisa. I figured it was over there. I was just kind of joking because we're in the same county, the same town. You're on that side of the town. I'm on this side of town. You're on the north side. Jim Jones of Jonestown infamy would be a false prophet who considers himself a god. Whoa, really? Okay. I gotta make sure that I don't follow that guy. Jonestown. I know some Jonestown, but that's a Jonestown, PA. Let's see here. You could skip every line. It's a 10 degree. It's 10 degrees. Haha, we're about to get 18 inches of snow over the weekend. Really? Wow. So you're one of the ones who are getting some of that dump. We've been getting the rain. Yesterday we probably got about an inch. Today we got more than that probably because it's been raining all day. There was one little spot for a little bit. It quit raining. You could almost see some blue skies besides the mountains back there. And I was like, I wonder if I can go ahead and get my guns out and go some shooting. I was like, probably by the time I set up, because that direction looked like it was still raining, I'm going to get dumped on. Let's see. If there was a vote to give every family in America a M1A2 Abrams, would you vote for it? I don't know. Clyde says, I think people didn't hold Buddha up as a god. They aspired to reach enlightenment within themselves like he did. Possibly, yeah. Does peyote grow in Arizona? Send me some. Peyote. Sounds familiar. I don't even know what peyote is, though. Peyote. Micah says, I would. You always have the funniest questions, buddy. I don't remember what peyote is. It's a cactus? Probably. We have so much variety of cactus here in Arizona. I wouldn't doubt it. You turn into an animal if you eat it. Oh, I doubt it. Peyote is a plant that makes you see God. You know what else does? Different venomous snakes make you see God too because you get offed by them. That's the little cactus natives use as a ceremonial drug. Oh, that one. Psychedelic. Okay. I didn't know that. Peyote. It probably does. I wouldn't doubt it. Micah says it's fun. Psychedelic made me feel like I was a god. Micah's like, I'm told that. Allegedly. I'll be like J-Dog. Allegedly. Allegedly. Making sure there's no messages over there. Clyde says, that's why I respect Buddhism. It's not about worshiping, it's about being better through meditation. That is a good thing to have, to be better, but it needs to go beyond that. But yeah, I would agree that being better is a good thing. That is a good thing. I just would grow the cactus for botanist purposes. Again, allegedly. Yep. Yep. Still trying to figure out why my tablet is like 11 minutes ahead of this. I didn't have that on 11 minutes before this whole thing. But says being better was my way of summarizing it simply. Perfect. Yep. We ban vegans if a bill was passed. Micah, some people have to be vegans by not by choice. Probably 90% of vegans do it for choice. I would say the 10% or maybe even more don't have a choice because I know of some people. I know of one man who cannot eat beef. If he eat beef and some other meats, he will get deathly sick. Ban them too, yeah. Being bit. Okay, got you. I used to have a San Pedro back in high school. A San Pedro. Can't trust anyone who doesn't like bacon. I like bacon. Oh, what you mean, Clyde? And we ban slow walkers. Well, if you start getting older, you'll start walking slow too, though. Let's see here. Past tense desert. He is the reason we have the phrase "they drink the Kool-Aid" when a group believer utter nonsense. Uh, Past tense desert. He is the reason we have the phrase "they drink the Kool-Aid." Oh, Jim Jones would be a false prophet who considered himself a god. If that's the one you're meaning. I'd rather get diabetes than give you bacon. I know a guy that went vegan and reversed his diabetes. Tell grandma to put a pep in her step. Can we ban all humans? Nope, we can't do that. Put grandma in wheelie shoes and heels on her walker. And wheels on her walker. I guess. Why not, right? San Pedro cactus, it has the same purposes as peyote, but it's legal. Oh, okay. I haven't heard of that one. I live in Arizona, so there's a lot of cactus here. To grow it at least is legal. Okay, gotcha. Peyote would be probably the natural stuff around here that's you're not allowed to grow in your backyard, rolling around at the speed of very fast. Clyde. Hmm, probably not legal to eat. Legal to grow, but legal to eat? Allegedly not. Yep, yep. Hey, what's up, Orange Smoke? Were you doom scrolling or did you just get the alert? Because we've been on 2 hours and 26 minutes. There was a bill to put a V8 on every wheelchair in America. Would you vote for it? Here it goes with some more funny things. That'd be dangerous. I probably would not vote for that. Had my fair share of illegal foods to help terminal illness, fear, ego, etc. I would. Nothing popped up. The funny thing is Orange Smoke. I am running two different feeds of lives right now on two separate devices. So you should have got two alerts. I have a on my tablet. I have a horizontal running. That's a separate feed from a vertical live I have on here. San Pedro are native to a lot of the Southwest. I'm sure you've got them there. Probably when you're selling merch. I don't know, Micah. One of these days I need to put it up. I'm just afraid I'm going to do it the wrong way and waste money. I would like someone if they could help me through it, but during the Jonestown massacre, Jim Jones ordered his followers to drink Kool-Aid laced with poison and to have those who would drink it forced to. I have heard of that one. Is that the one that they found a house full of all the corpses or whatever you want to call it on beds because they drink the Kool-Aid? Yep. What's up, twin? Are you scrolling or did you just get the alert? Because I've been live for almost 2 hours and a half. 44 Carbine says Psalms. Welcome, brother. We were kind of going through some verses that I'm going to be preaching on tomorrow, so that's what we're going through. You were scrolling, okay. Got a notification that another channel popped up, and then I scrolled up and seen you were on. Gotcha, Orange. Drink the masculine Jerome talk with God, and you'll hear him speak back. What? Orange, what's up? double tap them screens, guys. If you just are joining us, we appreciate you coming by. Please consider subscribing if you haven't. We do gun content, mine exploring, cave exploring. I post some of my handyman stuff, hiking stuff. We're actually was just going over some Bible verses a little bit ago when we first started. If there was a bill to get a live tarantula in every Tesla, would you vote for it? Twin Jen, what's up, sir? I finished my live stream and wanted to return the favor. Thank you, Jen. San Pedro will give you a direct line to the Lord. Yeah, Moish, this ain't the place. What? Hey, waiters, welcome back. Sorry for that, at Beans. Hope it helped you. I know they can help a lot. Twin Jen, you were live also? Yeah, see, I didn't. I might have got the alert on my tablet here. Let me see. I have alert that I went live on Rumble and YouTube. But I don't think I have an alert that you went live. Either of you. Or at least not Twin. Yes, sir, 120 minutes. No, yeah, Clyde, it definitely did. I'm done playing with the mystical arts. Noticed you have watched The Collector as well. What an interesting guy. Awesome guns. Oh, The Collector? Oh, dude, he has so many guns. Yeah, I was on his the other day. I didn't finish watching the one of him showing a gun that's 50,000 cheeseburgers. There was a bill to stop people from bubbing AKs, SKS, and historical guns. Would you vote for it? Yeah, I would. Didn't get notifications for either. Dude, that not nice. Rumble, some people have not been able to find me over there. I've tried to look for myself and I can't even find myself either. And I type it in exactly how they say my account name is and they can't find me. But people have been watching my videos. Let's see here. The settings for the notifications have to be set all on, and if it's personalized, you won't get them. Twin. The thing is, all of mine are set for all notifications. Every single gun channel that I'm subscribed to on this account. And probably a quarter of the time I get them or less. Last time I took a trip, it was very chaotic. I did far too much, very interceptive. Interesting. What Clyde says, haven't needed since. He has more money than he knows what to do with for sure. Carbon, I think he must have like struck it rich with either oil or Bitcoin or something. Sounds painful. Yep, not sure why. Oranges lately, both you guys pop up, but today I got nothing. Okay, interesting. Got notifications? Not at all. I got some notifications, but not all. Okay, got it. I've had a mix of bad and good ones, but the bad ones made me not want to do it anymore. Interesting. They bleeped themselves when the Hale-Bopp comet passed the Earth. Oh, is that what it was? Oh, that would be the Branch Davidians. Oh, that's the other one. I thought they were the same ones. Okay. Let me screenshot that because I've wanted to do a little research on that a little bit. Sorry, I kind of jerked it around there. Because they thought it was the end of the world. They wanted to off themselves. The Hale-Bopp. I know he does real estate. Oh, I didn't know that. I did not know that. Yeah, I can relate to that, my friend. Orange is usually on my streams. Haven't seen Green Hood smoke anymore. I have not either. You're right. Anybody looked him up? That is one that would be interesting to know what happened to him. I have not seen him in forever, too. I wonder if he got banned somehow. I've been on people who like eating pepper jack cheese. It's inferior to every other cheese. I like pepper jack. Who's the guys that drink the Kool-Aid? It's over here. What's his name's talking about Eastern. It was the Jones something that drank the Kool-Aid. What's up, MJ? Welcome, bud. Guys, shout out to MJ Farmstead. Awesome channel. Hey, brother, solid title. I say forgiveness is good, but just because you forgive someone does not mean you need to have them in your life anymore. That's true because they have toxic relationships. It's called forgive and forget, right? Hey, Jerome, what do you think of the FRT? Have you played with any of them yet? Clyde, I have one for my TX22, which I recently got. I do not have it installed yet. Yes, the Jonestown. Right on, Clyde. I got Green Smoke on Telegram and Discord. Is Eastern all by himself over there? He is creator. USCC wants you to drink the Kool-Aid. They do, and it's a lie because they're actually under a lawsuit right now because they're not upholding what they said they would for certain people. 14 degrees here at my house. Let's see, in northern Texas, freezing rain. Thanks for the shout out, brother. Yeah, no worries. I like your channel a lot. I like seeing you do the chores in the morning. The problem is, MJ, once you leave your house out in the field, it kind of cuts in and out a lot because I think it's going off a cell instead of Wi-Fi. That's the only thing because sometimes it makes it a little irritating. Other than that, it's fine. Did you get the FRT? Oh, I've had it for a long time, Moist. Saw some of them were only 70 beans for that. I got it cheaper than that. So I wish I allowed the use of the FRT in range. They're trash? What? Yeah, it's a seller. Yeah, I figured. What's trash? Twin, the TX22? Twin Jen, I just looked at the list thing and it shows me on your channel was 3 days ago. Whoa. Yeah, I figured it was cellular MG. Spoke to my grandma again today. She said it was warm, -18. You showed it on YouTube yet? I missed it. I have not because, well, I could show you it now. Let me get it. Let me stick you on non-tracking here. I've got a little baggie of it right here. I was going to do like an unboxing of it, but I've had it, I think, even before I got the Pew Pew. It's right here. It's got the extra carbon fiber glides, and that little triangle on the bottom right there is the FRT. USCC is trash. Oh, yes, they are. Yep. Wow, that's incredible. I got the Freedom Fingers one for the TX22, but I don't have the actual firearm to put in. So the Freedom Fingers you can get for 100 cheeseburgers, $99.99 a lot of times. It is one of the best ones I hear. Now, this one, I got the reinforced carbon glides for when the old ones wear, and the FRT for a lot cheaper than 100. I forget who shared it with me, and I got it from them. They had some other stuff, too, that's really cool. Let's see here. Easton says they thought that there was a spaceship following the comet, so they offered themselves because they thought they could catch a ride on it if they did. What? That is weird, Eastern. That is weird. That's wonk tonk, definitely. Send me a mag spew on Discord. See, I canceled USCC, but keep the stuff they sent me. Hey, Canelo, what do you want? If you want to go outside, you're going to get all wet again. Then I got to wipe you all down before you come back in. Because you get little patty marks everywhere. I've never had them. I don't have any of them. There's another one that's supposed to be a lot better, but I don't remember what it is. Same with, you know what else is? Sonoran Desert Institute. Unfortunately, how much money you have to pump in to earn very little knowledge, I hear it's kind of a ripoff too. Now there's another company that's better than them supposedly, that actually you learn something fairly soon. See, Scientology believers, something crazy like with the aliens and 747s. Yeah, Scientology is weird. Should show it off. Show what off? Oh, when I put the FRT in? Oh yeah, definitely. Seen them on different sites. Gun Broker has them for like 2060, but I saw that one you got, it was like 40, but the description was unclear. Yeah, I forget where it was from. Hopefully you didn't see my address on there. I just realized. Did I show the address? I hope not. It's from Tactical RN. That's where I got it from. North Carolina. Gastonina. I'm a pastafarian. I believe in the flying spaghetti monster. A pastafarian. Let's see here. That is what happens when people join an actual cult. Yep. I have some friends that go to church with us off and on that used to be in a cult. Let's see here. I used to be pastafarian, an Italian guy that had dreads. Now you're bald. I did not realize you're bald until you're putting those bees on your back. And I was like, oh, I didn't know MJ was bald. Canela, what? This is, oh, she thinks I was messing with snacks. She heard this and she thought I was messing with a package of something. I'm bald by choice. Okay. I didn't know if you were like mostly bald and then just shave it off like my uncle. Oh, Canela, good girl. Yeah. Pretty sure my lady's a Satanist. Wiccan pagans are low key just demons. Yeah. It's a pain to shave head 2 or 3 times a week. What do you use? A straight razor? Because that would get it really good, but it's kind of hard to do it yourself with a straight razor. I don't know how often my uncle does his. Just a receding hairline. Gotcha. Maybe the site I was looking at was different, but it said it was like 3D printed from carbon. The actual disconnect piece looked to be as well. Mine is not. My disconnect piece is a type of steel. The little triangle, it's a type of steel. Now the extra glide pieces are some type of printed. Hi. She thinks I'm getting her something again. Wish I had the balls to do straight razor. I know, right? I used to Gillette Pro Glide. Oh, there you go. Yeah. No, like I said, this is what is that? Can we got something on your head? This is Tactical RN. Skittles, come on, bud. Come on, bud. He thought I was having something too. Come on, Skittles. Buddy. Hi. What's up? Oh, Skittles, can we get it away? Look who joined the chat. Skittles joined the chat. The mascot of the Outdoor Channel. He's the Outdoor Channel's mascot. Skittles. We'll give her a treat. Just don't tease her. I don't have anything in here. They actually were in here earlier when I had snacks in here, like cheese and stuff like that. Here you go, Skittles. He's a heavy dog for how small he is. How is the difference from the Freedom Fingers trigger? Does it just go in on the OEM trigger? So Freedom Fingers, if I recall, is guaranteed to work without any trimmings. That's what I've heard. Now, is that true? Not 100% sure, because I don't have a Freedom Fingers, obviously. Trome definitely plays favorites with Skittles. He's more understanding, and he has helped me a lot, honestly, in my hardships. He comes over and literally wipes my tears. I had a treat stash in almost every room of the house for the furries. Or did they put them there? All the little piles of bones here and there. It's just fur babies, that is. Yep. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you had to clarify that because they weren't the furries that some of us were thinking of. MJ, I don't think you have those type of furries. I'm pretty sure you ain't no lib. Clyde says, I believe in just fits into the trigger. Yep. Bumps the disconnector, but I'm sure they don't work the same. Didn't do my research and got the first one I saw. See, yeah. MJ's like, ha ha ha, yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this is a piece of steel. This one. Hopefully it works. We'll find out. Oh, I thought he meant furry people, not animals. Bro hides biscuits in the rooms to lure in perverts. No, that is not a treat. She thought I was giving her something again. I just need to put that away. She keeps coming in here thinking I got something for her. It sounds like me opening up a cheese stick, and she loves cheese sticks, which Canella, they weren't on sale at the grocery store, so I don't get any. She's putting her head between the two cameras. Ha 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 ha. I ain't got no milk, no cookies, nothing. Hey, you got some goats out there that have some fresh milk. I'm sure it wouldn't taste very good because it has colostrum in it. You were talking about that. Let's see here. We got someone talking over here on the other one. Hey, 44 Carbines over here. He's on my other YouTube feed. That's what happens when you join an actual call. Yep. Hey, 44 Carbine, hey, Eastern. It takes about a month worth of shaving your head with a straight razor to not nick yourself. You're careful, you can shave your head beard with one the first time. I usually keep my beard fairly long. I don't usually. I haven't shaved my beard off in a long time. I know who's you. You are Chris Handsome. That's right. I said handsome, not handsome. Chris? I look like Chris Handsome? I got Ernja Joe's, whatever that is. You got a Winchester 22s, 1890s, 1906 Model 62. I have a couple Winchester 22s. I have a Model 67. That is a 67A. That's a semi-automatic. I recently got that one at a gun show for $80, $90. And then I have a bolt action model 50 something single shot. They're both from the 50s, if I recall. They're in the safe. Goat milk isn't too bad. It doesn't kind of have a bad bit of barnyard taste. To me, goat milk, if you drink it fresh, maybe if it's 2-3 days old, it starts tasting goaty, but before that's fine. Look up the Booty Fleece Johnson Boondock skit. That sounds weird. Let's see, that's what it's from. Let me see if I can screenshot that because I'll look it up later. My finger's gonna get in the way. There we go. Let's see here. See, our goat milk is great creator, no goaty flavor. We have them grass fed and USDA organic grain, so it tastes better than cow milk. Yeah, I do not mind goat milk if it's not too old. Yeah, fresh tastes way better. Yep. Ate toothpaste and drink mouthwash just to have some orange juice. I'm something of a masochist, masochist, whatever that is. I'm Doug Demadomi. I've heard of Doug DeMiro. He's a car. He is a car enthusiast and reviewer of all sorts of cars, new and old. Masochist. What? Masochist? Is that how you pronounce it? Anywho, I don't have the tracking on again. Let's turn that back on. I shut it off when I was taking the screenshot. Oh, masochist. What's a masochist, my friend? I do not know. Masochist means you enjoy pain. Okay. What MJ said. Someone who likes pain. Okay. You know what? I think MJ does too. I mean, he loves putting those bees on his back and his neck and just having them sting him. He's like, oh, and he does it again on purpose. Beat me to it. Yep. He beat me to it. Is anybody over there talking? No. My phone's at a little slant for some reason. Not sure why. It's good content. Yeah, it is. You're right. It would be. Boy, Skittles, that guy is shedding. He's got hair all over on my leg because he was on my lap. You should see my bed. It's got hair all on it, too. Let's see, Clyster, that orders a Stava M83 the other day, 150 Dunsmith special. Wish me luck. At that price, it may not be repairable. But if it is, dude, you just got yourself a good deal because they have been going up. I have a Zastava M75. It's a double barrel 16 gauge shotgun. And I got it for a decent price too. Rather have my nips ripped off than minty orange. What? Moist bean, chew up 3 Altoids and chug a glass of OJ and post it with some Coca-Cola. I've heard bees sting therapy exists for allergies or something. Creator MJ does it for his arthritis, if I recall, which maybe I need to do it for my backaches because I have a little bit of arthritis in my back from an injury I got when I was 19. It is, yeah, 50 through 7th grade. Oh, 357. Nice. Yep, see arthritis. Yep. That's what I thought. Oh, someone's messaged over here. Got to check it real quick. Let's see here. I keep my beard long now, but the first razor I ever shaved with was a straight razor, but it's still my go-to for shaving my head. So what I was thinking of, a straight razor is the one that's a long blade, like this long, and it flings out. That's what I was thinking of, a straight razor. He doesn't wash his hands first. What? Send you some bees, bro. Just need to be warm and figure out how to ship them. Rome eats peanut butter and mayonnaise sandwiches. I do eat peanut butter and jelly, which has been a while. Mayonnaise, I like tomato sandwiches with mayonnaise and salt and pepper. And I like mayonnaise on my ham sandwiches. Yeah, I do. You don't want those Africanized bees down by you. Oh, dude, we have them. And another time, I got attacked by them when I was in Texas one time. Whew, those guys got me 30-something times, I think it was. I am allergic, or I was very allergic to bees when I was younger, but thankfully I'm not really anymore. I mean, sure, they swelled up, but got a deactivated special last year for $250. It was a gunsmith special from the same place. Only needed a hammer pin. Awesome. Did you get it functional? You haven't lived until you try PB and honey sandwich. Dude, you know what's even just as good or better? Because earlier I had the other evening I had a question, what's good on toast? And I remember doing toast with peanut butter and banana slices with honey drizzled on top. Toast, peanut butter, banana, and honey. Oh, so good. I like ham on my mayonnaise sandwiches. Cholesterol is too delicious. Yep. Cook your grilled cheese with mayo instead of butter, much better. MJ says, yeah, that's good too. Yeah, that is. I really like it. My mom used to do it all the time when she was growing up. Nutella, PB, and banana good too. I've never tried that. Ugh, Clyde, I don't know how that would work. Right, right. Houston says, yep. Oh, about the straight blade. Yeah. That's weird. It shows 4 minutes ago, but I literally just opened it up that you sent that. It takes a while to go through because it's going through so many thingies. What's up? Remember me? I'm back. Declan Boren. I'm not sure. Appreciate you coming by. How you doing? How's it been? It's an awesome mix. I don't know if I've ever had Nutella. Maybe once. Nutella should never be put on anything. It's meant to be eaten by a spoonful. Used to eat a jar every day by myself. Dude, that's a lot. He forgot to say it was a little kid size. You know, the little ones. Declan says he's doing great. Awesome. Let's see, Deck. I'm trying to remember if I was ever subscribed to you. Let me screenshot that so I can look it up later. Sorry, my finger's going to get in the way again. The thing's tracking me again. I thought I shut it off. Let's see. Declan says he's doing great. Awesome. I'm not really into Nutella. I don't think I've ever had it. Maybe. I'm dead serious. If you use mayo, it is all just cooks off when grilled the sandwich. Well, technically, it's like eggs and vegetable fats and stuff. Whoa, what's the thing doing? It has a mind of its own right now. Declan says, I was in most of your gun showing. You probably were, but YouTube has throttled that back like you would not believe. I used to get between 150 to 200 people, 300, 400 people at once. Now I'm lucky if I get 12. I did get up to 11 earlier. No, it was a pretty decent sized jar. Yeah, that would have tasted bad too, but I didn't. I had a prescription for it from my doctor. They'd get it sent to me. If you did, yeah. They get it sent right out to you, bro. I bring it to school and just eat on the jar all day long to pack calories. Oh, yeah, because you need to put on your weight because of the way your health is. Let's see. Yes, it's way easier to spread on than butter, too. Huh, okay. Declan says, I was in mustard, gun showing streams. Most of yeah, that one came up earlier. Yeah, unfortunately, YouTube, they shadow banned me for 3 months, and then they used Gemini for the algorithms, and that really killed it. That was about 5 weeks ago. They switched to Gemini for the algorithms, and it killed like everybody's gun content, everybody's religious, and a whole bunch of other channels. They've admitted somewhere. Someone told me that it ruined YouTube, but they're still using it. They sent me a box of like 10 jars because it's all I would eat. Burn myself out of it. There you go. Yeah. So we got something else over here. Nutella on buttered toast. Eastern over here on the other YouTube I got going says Nutella on buttered toast. And he's licking his lips and drooling. You funny, brother. You so funny. Anyways, we've been on a while. Over 3 hours on that one, and over 2 hours, almost 3 on this one. Anyways, we're going to shut down the live on the other YouTube stream as well as Twitch and Rumble, and then we'll stay on this one until we hit 3 hours. Hey, Eastern, you mind switching over to my short feed YouTube? Because I'm going to shut this one down. Appreciate you on Rumble and Twitch coming over. Okay, bye.